Um, and three, we're back. Let me mute the screens right here so people on the live stream doesn't hear that PCs.
Ray, your mic was shitty last time. Can you make sure that you triple check that your sound is
Damn.
picking up?
Break mic or my mic?
Ray.
Anyways, you guys can hear the whole. I thought we were ready, but now we're live right now, and hey, I can hear myself in one of your backgrounds. I don't know if it's Max's background.
It's obviously Ruben.
Because I'm close to you.
Okay.
Way to start a podcast, bro.
Yeah. See, I asked if
We're
everyone
gonna be
was
known
ready.
for this.
Hey, anyways, this is how it looks before we start, guys. Welcome back to Gameplayx4. It's Friday night again, and everyone is here. Thank God. Here in Cali, it's been kind of chill. Everyone's been working, doing their own thing. How you guys doing? How was your weekend?
Unless you're a firefighter, you're chill.
Yeah, they're still fighting. They're still fighting.
Let's not forget that. Still a lot of shit going on here.
I mean, the air quality is pretty. It's okay.
Yeah, it's better.
It's getting better.
But that's because there's a wind pattern that's blowing everything to the East Coast. That's why. So it's not that. So we're fine. I have blue skies over here in San Pedro. It was nice. I think I can corroborate. But people on the East Coast are they're getting ash and rain, especially in Texas, I think.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Lou,
at least it's not us.
Please tell me that your microphone, the little thing, it's called the anglerfish, because that would be dope.
Yeah.
The little.
Yeah. The little yeah.
Man,
that's what it is. That's why I bought it for. Because I like how the design and how it looks.
That's why I bought it.
Of the anglerfish. Anyhow, my week has been good. Just chilled. Nothing major, really. There is a lot of things that happened over the week. A lot of money was spent, but we'll talk more about that later.
That's good.
I'm just like,
Unfortunately for me, a lot of money was not spent, even though I wanted it, because I can't get my hands on it.
I know. I already paid for my graduation, bro. Next year. Salute.
You paid for your graduation, but not your classes.
Nope.
That's still a home.
Let me pay for my graduation. Maybe I'll pass.
That's financial aid is gonna cover that. No, man.
Yeah.
No,
maybe.
Honestly, when I have a kid and they go to college, I'll be like, or they finally transfer to their 4-year university. All right, day one, what are you gonna go do? Go to the department, pay for your graduation, because you can pretty much graduate, walk on the very first semester. You can be a freshman; they don't care.
Yeah, they don't care. They just want that.
Yeah, but congratulations on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I spent a few amount of money as well on Sunday.
I spent no money.
Yeah, while everyone was trying to get PS5s and Xboxes, I went and got something completely different.
You went to get a new Switch.
No, I bought an arcade cabinet. Yeah.
Which game?
Oh, you actually did that?
What for?
Yeah, I did. So I bought a Marvel vs. Capcom arcade 1-up cabinet. So it has like 6 different games. It has like X-Men, The Fall of Children, Marvel vs. Capcom.
1 or 2?
1. It's the original one. Number 2, they're like kind of like putting it out there, but it's not nothing.
So how much you charging?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. How much are you gonna set the dial for?
So it's $4.99
per game.
Per game?
No, for the
You're gonna charge us $4.99 when we.
Oh no, I was talking about how much you charging people to play.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're doing quarter bets. We're putting quarters on the machine and we're doing quarter bets.
For when I graduated with my bachelor's, 2 of my friends had parties. One was a huge freaking blowout. Another one was something that's a lot more calm at home. And the guy had 2 arcade machines in his house. One was a Pac-Man and the other one was Dig Dug. Dude, with a few beers in you, those games are the best shit in the world.
Yeah, and it's cool because the cabinet also comes with a stool. So it has a stool as 2 players, and then it also, like, if you wanted to, like, add on, you can get another stool, like a Thanos stool with the Infinity Gauntlet. And
Your ass.
Up your ass, yeah.
yeah. And then so you can essentially have the 2 stools and just play, because it comes with a riser, so it's tall. So yeah, it's gonna be because that's like my childhood was just I played Marvel vs. Capcom every day after school because my mom used to work. Well, she used to own her own beauty salon in Culver City, and there was a pizza shop right next to it. And the dude had a grandson my age, and they had Marvel vs. Capcom as one of the machines in there. And so every day we would just play there for free, and I would eat pizza for free and play Marvel vs. Capcom for free. Yeah.
No,
so,
yeah, you bring me back to the pizzerias, yo.
Yeah.
The pizzeria by my block had all the arcades, bro. They had like Street Fighter Third Strike, Marvel vs. Capcom, Metal Slug, Crazy Taxi. Man, that was the spot, yo.
Metal Slug is no joke, man.
Yeah, Metal Slug is awesome.
You know how much money I spent on Metal Slug, yo? Like just in that zombie level, man. Oh my god.
Just in level 1 at first.
No, but also like also his pizza, he was actually from New York. So he made New York style pizza, and I used to have it every day.
I
swear, Josh, I've never had pizza like that, because that must be how New York style pizza tastes like, because he must have been using New York water.
Import New York water.
I've been everywhere in LA, and I've tried a lot of pizza. None of it has come close. So I'm like, this has to be how like New York style pizza tastes like, because it even looks like New York style pizza.
It's just too bad Familia closed down, yo.
Yeah.
No. So for me, there were 2 places where I played Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2. Back in El Salvador, there was this one place that was just hidden, man. Like, it was next to a Super Select. It was just an old ass freaking grocery store, and the place was called the Andromeda, like the galaxy. And dude, people used to have like quarters lined up, right? Like, fuck, it was insane. There were probably like 7 or 8 people on that machine always, just like, okay, me next, dude. It was fucking insane. And when I used to work at Chicken Maison in front of El Camino, the smoke shop has Marvel vs. Capcom 1 inside.
No shit.
Very few people know that. So like on my break, I would tell them like, hey, give me a quarter from the cash register. And I was like, no, that's stealing. I was like, fine, yeah, here you go. Give me $1, give me change for 4. Then, what do you want it for? Like, the manager was usually cool and just gave me a quarter. It's like, what? I'm gonna go play. And I was like, Max, you smoke a lot. And I'm like, no, I don't smoke. I go play.
I mean, that. Technically, you're not stealing anything because you put the money back into the store.
No, I used to like the owner. He was always chill. He always gave me a quarter to go play. That's nice.
But yeah, I'm super stoked to have like a Marvel vs. Capcom arcade cabinet. I never thought I would have it. Like, I always wanted one as a kid. Just be like cool to have one in your house, and then finally like I can do something that I always wanted as a kid.
That'll be your piggy bank right there. You're gonna put quarters every time. Yep, I'm saving money.
Well, no, you don't put quarters. Like, you just hook it up and that's it.
Really?
Yeah. So you build it, and then that's it. But like you can play, and you can play all the different games that it comes with it. I think it comes with 6 games installed.
Oh, so it's brand new. So you have to assemble it yourself.
It's brand new.
Wow.
So I
thought you got it second hand from
no. It's brand new. They made it for the anniversary. And
gotcha.
So they on one side of the arcade cabinet, it's the old artwork from Marvel vs. Capcom. So it's all the Marvel characters on one side, and then all the Capcom characters. But on one side is colored for the Marvel characters, and the other side is grayed out for the Capcom. And when you go to the other side, Capcom is colored and Marvel is grayed out. And but yeah, it's really, really cool. And I think just like when people come over, like, I feel like people are gonna go to that instead of like the PlayStation games or the N64 and any of that shit. Everyone's gonna go to that.
See, like, I don't think you're a lot of kids don't know how rewarding it is to play on an actual box.
Right.
It's so dope. It's
Oh
so
yeah,
dope.
and especially doing with the buttons and the joystick, it's a totally different experience.
Yeah, you'll realize that you suck balls.
You have to start remembering like all the combinations and then all the fucking. Oh man, yeah.
Hand-eye coordination up to 11.
Yeah.
Like that's the other thing. Like right now, a lot of the games that are in PC, they're very simple. They're like, oh, can you walk? Right? Can you just press this arrow forward? And like, dude,
Among Us.
have you ever tried to do a string of combos with Vega, my guy? That shit is fucking hard.
Try to race the game.
Yeah. All right. So you guys want to just go ahead and get started?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
So there was a lot of news. By the way, Ray, how are you?
There's a lot of gaming news. It's whoo.
Am I? I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I mean, I'm doing some projects here and there for some film competitions. But I'm still in the pre-production stage. I'm writing the script with Ruben right now.
Okay,
it's for the same competition that I do every year. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Maybe we get the road mic.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
All right. So, anything to report on the battlefield today? It's the console war.
Oh yeah, man. I just want to announce the fact that I think GameStop just announced that they're gonna have some additional pre-orders. If you guys still want to, you guys could.
That was yesterday. They announced that shit yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
I just want to say it because maybe if you're lucky enough,
you could remember you can get $5 discount.
You know what's funny is that yesterday I went to GameStop and I told myself I wasn't gonna get any consoles, right? Any of the new consoles. But then I was like, oh shit, I pre-ordered the collector's edition for Cyberpunk. It would be dope to have the new Xbox because that way I don't have loading screens and I have the updated graphics.
Yeah.
And then so I was gonna go to the store to get it pre-ordered that day, but I couldn't get out of work. And so yesterday I went to GameStop, or the day before that, because I had to go and pick up something for my little brother. And fucking, I'm talking to the manager. I was like, hey, I was gonna come for the pre-order, but then I was like, no, I didn't make it. And she's like, Andres, why didn't you tell me? I could have held one for you. And I was like, I didn't know you could do that. And she's like, dude, you just text me and I will do it. And I was like,
is that the one with the green hair?
No, she's the manager. She's the one with the dark hair and glasses.
Okay.
Naomi's the one with the green hair.
Dude, I'm telling you, got the hookups. Honestly, getting in with the GameStop people is super important.
Yeah.
At the beginning, because I told them like, hey guys, can you please hold on the Ganondorf from Amiibo back when Amiibos were the shit? And they're like, nah, we can't. And I'm like, dude, fuck, you know me. And I'm like, nope.
You know what gets them on your side? And every time they get a new manager, I always become their friend. And you know how? Just do the fucking surveys for them.
Yep.
Holy shit. Just do their fucking surveys. Because that's like the best thing that they can get from their supervisors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
once they do that and you're a regular and you keep doing the surveys for them, it's like you're doing them a favor. And so they become your friend really quick.
They give you the favor back, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope. All right. So anything to report in here other than the fact that Andre's going to get it?
Technically, if you want to say there's a console war, I don't think there's a console war anymore. But whatever, the fanboys gonna be fanboys at the end of the day.
Right.
But they both sold out, so it's like
they both did their thing, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they both sold out, like and within like minutes. It's not like one sold out quicker than the other one. Who cares? They both sold out.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? I feel like the hype overall was really non-existent, right? Like people were just talking because it's just what was going to happen. But once everything opened, there really wasn't that much to talk about. I remember I asked my students who even tried to get the PS5. Only one person said that they tried. Everybody else just like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this generation.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But there's
I
always going to
mean,
be hype behind a new generation.
yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, everyone was really hyped up more than on the PS5 than the Xbox. It seemed like, right? And then my brother even got the
Well,
PS5.
it depends on who you're talking to, because in Japan,
Right, right,
Yeah.
The Xbox is actually gaining popularity pretty quickly.
right. But
Mhm.
but that's the thing, right? After it wasn't that high up. People were like, well, why would you want an Xbox? Because there's not really exclusivity, right? That was like the talk, and all of a sudden, then Xbox acquires fucking Bethesda,
Cinema.
and ZeniMax, right? But like Bethesda in general, because that's what everybody's echoing. And then now the talks were everywhere. It was like a calculated move on their part when to announce that, like before the day of pre-orders. And people were
Oh,
like,
they know
"Oh
what they're doing.
shit!"
I mean, it's Cinemax. I mean, people like everyone for the last 100 years are looking forward to Skyrim. I mean, Elder Scrolls 6,
Elder Scroll.
Yeah.
and now we
Well,
all
that
know it's gonna probably be exclusive.
right, and
That's
now
hard.
people are
Oh,
are
for Xbox,
hoping now
right?
with the with them being acquired that we're gonna get a new Vegas style Fallout.
Oh, we probably will see that. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll see.
right, right,
You'll
right.
probably see that happen.
Because it depends on what Microsoft wants the city to do.
Right. But
Yeah.
that's the thing is that they feel like now there's going to be change, and so people are now more optimistic as they were before.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And there started rumors going around that they were going to buy Sega, but I think Sega is just trolling at this point.
Oh yeah, they're definitely trolling.
No, they're gonna
But
buy Sega.
I wouldn't doubt that because in the beginning, well, they have a really good standing with Sega. They have a really good relationship with them. I mean, look at PSO, right? They money headed PSO, New Genesis, or
Yeah.
which is the new version of the game. It's essentially PSO 3, but they don't
Yeah.
want to call it that.
Yeah.
And they're money heading that project. And they said, and Phil Spencer said that he wanted to acquire way more Japanese companies headlong. So I don't doubt that he has, or Microsoft has Sega in their scopes as well.
It's funny, right? When they bought but the I always forget that fucking Cinemax. There you go. I always forget their fucking name. But when they bought Cinemax, right? A few days later, people like, you Dan, what are the possibilities now? And then the CEO of Microsoft is like, you think we've done? We gonna buy some more.
Yeah,
We
and
gonna
then
buy
Right.
some more studios.
And then Sega started posting things like Xbox, started like the lady holding her hands.
Yeah, like little subliminals and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
they
Yeah.
posted Sonic next to like 2 green drinks.
And it did, and then I think Microsoft posted a blue controller,
Right.
and it has something. It has something like something. It was the wording where it's like if you put it together, it said Sonic,
Yeah.
but it's. I think these guys are trolling, but honestly, if they bought Sega, wouldn't be a surprise because they are working with them. So
Right.
But see, like,
I mean,
the point is, why is this a big deal? Why is Xbox getting Bethesda such a big deal? I mean, I know that
because
Bethesda.
Bethesda's. We may not like Bethesda games like that, but
I do.
Bethesda's like
Right now, right.
huge. Like,
I love
I mean, look,
It's-
I like Skyrim.
Uh-huh.
I like Dishonored. I like the Evil Within, but those aren't Bethesda games besides Skyrim. You
Right.
know,
Fallout.
yeah,
And
but I
Fallout.
mean,
Yeah.
I might not be into all their games, but you can't deny that Bethesda's a huge ass company. It's like they're so huge they have their own press conference at E3.
True.
Right.
But I mean, the
They're
point is,
iconic.
like, is this a bad thing or is this a good thing?
No, this is a
No,
really
this
good.
is good
This is-
for
This is a
Microsoft.
good and smart move on
Yeah.
Microsoft's part.
Yeah.
Me personally,
I
it
mean-
doesn't affect me because I'm gonna play the games regardless.
Right. But it also was kind of like a huge like thing out of left field for PlayStation because a lot of the exclusives that PlayStation announced is now owned by Xbox.
Well,
So
those are not
now,
even
even
exclusive;
though-
they're just timed
right.
exclusives.
Right. But what I'm saying is that like Deathloop, right?
Yeah,
That deal is guaranteed. It's still going to be like a time
Yeah.
exclusive for PlayStation, right? They're honoring that deal, but it's not to say that when you pop up that game, it's not going to say Microsoft on the bottom of that loading screen, or
Uh-huh.
when you open up that game. Now that game, every time you pop in a PlayStation game, it's gonna say Microsoft.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, damn.
Because now they own a huge library now because of just Bethesda alone, and a lot of exclusivity was on PlayStation's part.
And another big part is that those games come to Game Pass.
Yeah.
So for consumers, it's amazing because you get the Netflix of games. Now you have a pretty robust library.
Like I've been saying this since day one. Game Pass is the future. And like they're just the third party games they have on it is pretty good. Even if some are old, it's good. Even they even get the Xbox, Microsoft's first party titles. Even right now are not that great, but you still get them all. But now you get Bethesda on top of that. Day one.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's huge.
Yeah,
for $15 a month, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Like you won't run out of things to fucking play with this. Like you have the Doom library that Doom overall.
Yeah.
And I mean your memory might be the only thing that's taking a hit.
Yeah.
And you want to cough up those $220.
Speaking of memory, there's a new feature. There's a new feature on Xbox. You can preload games you don't own now.
Oh, really?
You don't know?
You can preload them. So, like, if you decide to buy them in the future, or if let's say you ordered a physical copy of it, you plan on getting it, you can preload it prior to getting it. You can't play it because you don't own it, and then once you pop in that disc, then you can play it once it installs.
But didn't you say we can rent the game now?
What do you mean?
Rent it.
Well, Game Pass is
technically we're not a Blockbuster.
I mean, Game Pass is technically renting the games. Yeah. Technically. No, but I mean, like you can preload a game before.
Before you buy
it. Okay. Yeah.
Even Steam doesn't have that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty cool. That's a cool feature. Because if you're like physical only, and if you're like okay, I'm gonna go to GameStop, buy this game. Let me download it right now. Why I go buy it and stuff like that.
Hi.
Yeah.
Dude,
it's huge.
Just off topic, I'm seeing like the Instagram account of one of my coworkers. He is in a pool with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 other people.
So Kobe? Yeah.
It's a fucking
idiot.
People don't care about these, dude. They
really
don't care.
It's okay. That's old news. It's about 800,000 people having been infected in California.
You can stay at home the whole day playing video games. Why you want to go anywhere?
Welcome back. This is the United States of America. Everyone has the free choice to do whatever.
Okay, I saw this. What the fuck is this?
That's a new Xbox, bro.
Welcome to memory cards in 2020.
Oh my god, really?
No, is it like $200?
I'm being dead ass. These are legit memory cards. I mean, they're SSD drives, but they're pretty much memory cards.
Yeah, they look like what I used to put on the GameCube.
Yeah, because you need you in order to expand your storage, you need a drive that's as fast as the one that's in the machine. And you can't just plug in a USB drive, even if it's SSD. It won't work. It won't be as fast. So they made these, which is actually pretty fast. But guess how much they cost?
1 arm and a leg.
They're like about $220.
Bro, that's dumb. Hell no.
It's pretty much the price of the Series S, bro.
Nah.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't I tell you that Microsoft and Nintendo always shoot themselves in the foot?
Today I lit Xbox 360 on Mercari, right? Because I'm like, I'm not using this shit. I don't have any games for it anymore. I'm just gonna put it out for sale with 2 controls and everything else. And I weighted that shit to see how much the shipping was gonna be. It's like $20, and that shit, it's so worthless. Everything that Microsoft makes is bulky as fuck, is heavy as fuck, and they're making the same mistakes here. It's like, oh my god, dude!
They haven't learned, dog. They haven't learned.
They don't learn.
Actually, this time around, the Xbox is actually lighter and smaller than the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
It's just
the PS5 is actually huge as fuck.
Yeah, it's just that, like, for whatever reason, like, they just like wasting everyone's money.
Yeah, I think the thing is with this, right? I think this was done purposely to make more money out of people.
That looks dumb. I'm not gonna buy that.
Because they could have easily put a 1-2 terabyte drive in the Xbox. I mean, the X has 1 TB,
I
right?
think one, yeah.
And then the S has 500. So it's like clearly, if you get an S and you get this, you might as well just get the Series X.
So yeah, so on the series, actually, you can install Call of Duty and some porn.
Yeah, Call of Duty is like 300 gigs alone, my guy.
Yeah.
See, they fill themselves with peripherals that nobody gives a shit about, or nobody would want to give a shit about. That's
and the thing is, like, I know this targeted, like, that those flash drives are targeted for like the casual market, but like casuals gonna look at them and be like $200.
No, remember this whole console launch was meant for hardcore gamers. Remember?
I'll talk about the Series S.
Hardcore.
Bro,
Yeah.
this game has been dead for a while.
The Series S is clearly for the casual market.
No, they're trying to market towards that Nintendo Switch.
Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead.
And all right, so moving on from memory cards and Bethesda now belonging to Microsoft, because clearly Microsoft is gaining some ground over here and doing some things right and some things just wrong. At the very least, they just haven't learned.
Remember
now here we have left.
Memory what?
These are corporate at Microsoft be like.
Exactly.
What? Okay, we had Left 4 Dead 2, The Last Stand update.
No, we got.
Why is this a thing?
No,
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not.
Because Left 4 Dead came out in 2009. And it's getting no, it's not
It's
dead.
already dead. Yeah,
It's
it is.
getting no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Yeah, it is.
getting its last update this year. It's called The Last Stand.
They still update this damn game?
No, they stopped updating in 2015. They just decided to do one last one.
Man,
Oh, like they did with Half-Life?
Exactly.
yeah, they should just focus the Dead by Daylight and get rid of this. Right.
They don't make Dead by Daylight.
Nah,
no, some of them. They make contracts with Dead by Daylight for
I'll tell you right now.
and make.
Left 4 Dead is the shit. If they made a 3, man, I play that like religiously.
I just stopped playing.
You use a follower.
So yeah, so it's gonna be the last stand update. This is kids came out of left field. Everyone thought Valve stopped making games. I guess not.
Damn. Whatever happened to Valve? Like it used to create really cool games, but now
You know what happened to Valve? Steam happened to Valve.
They took over, yeah.
They made Steam and they're like, we ain't gotta make no fucking games anymore. We just make money off of Steam.
Exactly what happened.
all right. The next up is Dreamhaven.
Yeah,
Talk about overkill on the name, by the way.
Yeah, so Dreamhaven is all those ex-Blizzard employees that left Blizzard, and even the founder of Blizzard. They all left Activision or got laid off earlier last year.
And create a new company.
Yeah, they formed a new company called Dreamhaven.
It makes sense, though.
And all they're doing is they're just bringing Blizzard to another location without the Blizzard name.
Pretty much.
It has the exact same design philosophy and everything.
Maybe Anders is finally going to get what he wants: a World of Warcraft with updated graphics.
Right?
You ain't getting
honestly,
nothing.
Dreamhaven, if they do this right, which I'm pretty sure they will, because it's the old Blizzard developers, they could be like what Respawn was to Infinity War.
Yeah, that's what it is. Is that you see a trend of games that are studios that got bought out by big publishers. You have employees leaving and then starting a whole new company. Like Respawn was the original Infinity War team, the ones who made Modern Warfare 1, 2, 3. And now Dreamhaven is the original Blizzard. And you saw how great Respawn was. So
yeah. Respawn's so great. EA's on their like junk. They're like, we like DICE, but Respawn, come on, can you make all these games?
Yeah, they made Fallen Order, Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, and this is a company who focuses on shooters. So
nice. So we're expecting brand new games.
So
all right, new players.
Which one?
New player.
No, big new players in the whole
new story mode, new games.
Yeah, I'm interested. What was going to be their first game? Like which genre they're going to tackle? Because they're going to be coming at Blizzard's neck.
What they're going to do? Battle Royale Blizzard style.
I wouldn't hold it against them, yo. It'd be funny. They make
a battle royale.
They probably make something like Diablo, honestly.
Yeah,
Close to
that's
Diablo.
it's one of their most popular
Imagine
things.
battle
remember the
royale
creators of
Diablo.
Fallout left and created Outer Worlds, and everyone was like, "Oh, this is a new Fallout. We don't need Fallout anymore." Like they're
Right.
probably
Oh,
gonna do
that's
something like
no wonder that was like then. No, Outer Worlds feels like a Fallout game.
yeah, because it's the original. It was the original team that created Fallout.
Hmm.
Yeah,
All right.
But
Cool.
if you make a studio, don't get it bought out, guys, because it's gonna be a wrap.
it's, it's sad that they have to start a new studio to learn this lesson.
I know, right?
Yeah, they gotta learn though. But
Sometimes it really be that way though.
Yeah,
Sometimes you gotta restart, start all over.
hopefully they don't make the same mistake twice.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
People don't learn, dude. People don't learn.
All right, and then you have Luna.
What the hell is
This
this?
is
What?
Oh, Luna?
well, Andres has
This
a.
put
What is
what's
this?
it called? A Stadia under the ground.
Well, Andres has experience with Luna, so
So they changed the name of Stadia.
No.
They,
This is the Amazon Luna.
they realized the truth that the marketing was no.
Nah, this is Amazon Luna.
Yeah, this is Amazon. So Stadia's
Yo.
Google's. Now this is Amazon.
Yeah, y'all like that? Y'all like that Switch Pro
So
controller
there's
right there?
Echo.
That's a trick.
I know, right? It's the fucking same damn controller.
Yep.
So Amazon is now selling games or a console?
Oh, they've been doing that. They've been making their own studios, but they just don't market those games like that. That's why you don't know about them. They
Yeah.
made 2 games that they had to recall because they weren't finished.
Nintendo Switch.
And then the Luna is like Stadia. It's a streaming
Oh
service.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
right. They compete with
That's
Game
sad.
Pass.
Yeah, they want to compete with Game Pass. They have some dope games there, but I'm telling you right now, like Microsoft has the streaming, not streaming service, but like the game service, like Netflix of games on lock. Like no one's
Yes.
competing against that.
Yeah, so far I can't imagine anyone fighting against that. And with EA, I mean, I think Luna has Ubisoft, but Microsoft has EA.
Yeah, and EA is more popular than Ubisoft. So
EA has FIFA, so there you go.
yeah,
For FIFA,
FIFA, Madden.
EA,
like
FIFA, Madden.
NBA.
Yeah.
No, NBA. No.
That's another thing about Game Pass. Game Pass has EA Play, Microsoft, Bethesda, and good third-party games. So
Bro, just bring another FIFA Street. Come on, just do it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
no, it's about time. I support it. FIFA Street is pretty good.
Yeah.
I would actually like FIFA Street and NFL Street. NFL Street 2, man, that
The
game.
thing is,
was-
whenever
really?
they wanted to rendition another game of Street, they always fucked up because they tried to do it cartoonish like. I was like, this
Oh,
shit
yeah,
not, it's not
yeah.
Nintendo,
Yeah.
bro. What the fuck?
Like
are
NBA
they-
Playground, right?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
fucking sell
Just make a remix of FIFA Street.
No,
That's it. That's
dude,
all I want.
They're gonna do Tennis Street or Golf Street. What?
Golf Street. What is that? Being capricho with golf ball?
Yeah, man, Golf Street, like like hip hop music. It'd be dope.
You know, doing
Play that
flips.
shit.
People
All
gonna
right.
get shanked while you're doing it.
Tokyo Game Show.
This was not on my radar. Okay, I don't think it was in most of us' radar. But then,
no lie, I don't really care about Tokyo Game Show, but
Andres brought it to our attention, and I think it merits talking. What's up, Andres?
like
So
Take it over. Yeah, go ahead.
Xbox actually didn't show anything new at the Tokyo Game Show. It was more like they just revisited what they already showed, like at previous event.
mhm.
Like they didn't show anything new. I think it was just more for the Japanese audience that isn't
Yeah.
really aware of Xbox and what
Mhm.
they do.
That's
And it was just
essentially what it is.
presenting. Yeah. The only thing they went way into fucking depth for Minecraft. They had like a fucking 10-minute stream of just fucking Minecraft.
Oh yeah, the
That was
Japanese
fucking
love
retarded.
Minecraft.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I
love
know,
Minecraft to
but
death.
It did not need to be that long.
I think they only did that to market it towards them and stuff like that. Same thing why they took so long with the near remasters. They spent like 25 minutes on that shit.
Look, since
But-
they don't have nothing to show. They just spend that much time on Minecraft.
No, the thing is
Yeah,
that
I mean-
they showed stuff. They just showed things that appeal to the Japanese.
Well, but no, they didn't show anything new. Like I thought.
No,
they
I'm
would
not saying
show-
nothing new, but they were
Right.
showing things to the Japanese to say, look, we have these games. You can buy our platform because we're gonna offer these and then more and stuff like that.
Right.
Right,
I
and
just. I don't.
Go ahead.
It's just that they didn't show. I thought for me, when I saw the time allotted for Xbox, I thought they were going to show new games that would go towards the Japanese community. But and because especially Xbox is trying to acquire a lot of Japanese studios, that maybe I had thought they would show new games for the Japanese audience, but they really didn't, and they just showed up everything that they already had.
Hey, it worked out for them because Series X sold out in Japan.
Right. But I think it was just like everything, because even Japan went crazy when they heard about Xbox acquiring Bethesda. They're like, "What?" So again, that had a lot to do with it, and and Game Pass had a lot to do with it too. So, but for this wasn't the biggest news. Today's news was way bigger. And I think yesterday, Nier Automata is getting a remaster.
Yeah, that wasn't that wasn't in, that was
Nier Automata.
No, Nier 1 and 2.
Yeah. Well, actually, one.
Two is getting released in the West for the first time. One is getting remastered.
Oh, I thought they were doing both.
Yeah, and then they announced a Prime 1 Studio statue, so that was pretty big too, because those statues are really expensive. And then those are $1,500 to $2,500 statues. And
damn.
Yeah, that's
I know you look at that statue, Josh, you're gonna want it. Anyways, also, big news was that they showed a lot of more gameplay to Monster Hunter Rise. So they showed more clips that they didn't show in the original trailer, and there's more things that you can do in the game. Showed new play styles and things you can do in the game. Monster Hunter Rise, they didn't want to go too much into detail because it's still a ways off until summer. And so that wasn't, but it was more Monster Hunter Rise centric. And then I think the biggest news out of all of that came out at Tokyo Game Show was Virtua Fighter. And I mean, it's been,
oh my god,
10 plus years since we've gotten the last Virtua Fighter, and for a 3D, the first 3D fighting game that we ever got. A lot of people have been asking for this, and but the spin on it is that it's more centric or more geared towards esports. So they want to do something with esports with Virtua Fighter, but we feel that, or I feel, and a lot of people also feel that saw that, and that was teased, the image of Akira, is that it's going to be a reboot, and they were already saying that it's not going to be a numbered Virtua Fighter series. It's actually going to be just Virtua Fighter, so they're just rebooting it and gearing it towards esports. So it's going to be more of a tournament style Virtua Fighter game, and with you can see in the image, really enhanced graphics. So
I mean, these characters are legendary, but the thing is that very few people know them nowadays because it's been so long.
Yeah,
right.
So long.
Now a lot of people still know who Ryu is, who Ken is, who Sagat. The lines begin to blur once you get to like Hakan and Skullomania and shit like that, right? But with this guys, I can tell you, that guy, the one that's on screen right now, that guy that on the corner, the one with the classic Chinese getup, looks exactly from Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball, yeah.
I have no idea who these people are. Like, I've seen them, right? I know Polygon Fighters were very, very big at one point because they essentially laid the grounds for Soul Calibur and Tekken, etc.
Tekken, yeah.
Yeah, but so getting them here, maybe we get a little bit of fresh air into what's really stale in the Capcom fighting genre. People are give people something else to play. That's awesome. I'm all for it.
Yeah, I mean, we've been needing a good, fighting game aside from like Fighters, Dragon Ball Fighters, and like the typical ones, Skullgirls and all those. Like, we really needed a really good 3D fighter. Like, Mortal Kombat's there, but it's like, it's Mortal Kombat. you know what to expect.
Well, Mortal Kombat's 2.5D right now.
Yeah.
and it just we just needed something a little bit more from like that harkens back into like what everybody loves in fighting games, right?
Some of the best 3D fighting games are dead now. So like Soul Calibur and Dead or Alive. So
right.
You
those
think
are
they
dead.
You mean dead or dead?
So
you think they could make a comeback with this game?
I don't know if Sega can make a comeback, but this is a really big leap forward.
Sega, what do you mean make a comeback? Sega still got it.
Sega's fine.
I mean, they still got it, but I mean, they're not the Sega that we all want. I think.
Yeah, but when it comes to
we all knew and loved.
When it comes to games, they got that shit on lock.
Yeah,
I mean, there's still a shitload of games, but a lot of people don't. As like one of the big publishers, people don't have it, towards Nintendo or shit like that.
The generation that knew, Sega from like playing with the big boys there, it's definitely gone, right? Like we're that generation. We're like, oh, the Dreamcast, the Nintendo, the PlayStation,
the Saturn.
I mean, they have a bunch of studios under their belt though.
But
they do.
Like Sega's still a juggernaut. They just don't have to do hardware.
Indeed. So like I feel like Sega said, like, you know what? We can still make the big bucks. We can still, make a lot of money and
well, the thing is, I don't know if you guys heard, but that Sega building in Akihabara, you guys closed down.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna stop talking then.
No. They're not going out of business.
See, a lot of things
closed out of building.
Yeah, a lot of buildings are going to start closing down because everybody works at home now. Right? It doesn't make any sense to pay an exorbitant amount of rent to keep little cubicles for people who can do the same work in more comfortable conditions at home.
Yeah, did you guys hear about Silicon Valley?
Hey, maybe you could pay them more since you don't got to pay rent.
No, which is what I was about to say. Because in Silicon Valley, because San Francisco is expensive,
right?
And so a lot of people, when they realized their jobs can be done remotely, they were like leaving the city. They're like, "Yo, I'm not gonna be here. I'm not gonna pay $10,000 a month in rent."
Of course.
And so they left, and then the companies were like, "Wait, if you're not gonna be here, we don't need to pay you that much because." You don't have that rent obligation anymore. So they started slashing people's salary.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so someone will cut it in half. Yeah. So they went from like making like 150 grand to like 70 grand.
Wow, that's a lot.
See, that's going to start happening for multiple reasons here in California. Like I've seen, so do you guys remember that town like a few years ago near Santa Barbara that was just decimated by the fire? Like the whole town.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. That whole town actually resurfaced, like all of its citizens moved to Georgia.
Damn.
So it was an entire community that migrated from California.
That's crazy.
To Savannah. So a lot of people are doing that nowadays because of the fire. They buy these expensive ass houses, right, in areas that are remote with the hope of, getting away from the city, but then they burn down. So like, there is no point in investing in those properties anymore, right? Like a lot of people are going to think 3 times now before buying a home in Orange County because that place is going to burn down, especially around Irvine, right? Irvine Hills.
Yeah.
So instead, what people are doing is they're moving to a lot of states. They're different, and they're like, okay, I don't need to be in Cali. I can just go to where rent is cheaper, get a much bigger house. Yeah. So that's going to be a big hit for California's economy moving forward.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but there's some companies are mandating that the workers have to come back to the office. So. We'll see. But then another thing, like, I don't think we should gloss over it, but the Nier game, right? Because Nier Automata was a pretty big game. Right. Is that the one that they're releasing is Nier Reincarnation? Never came to the West. And the other one is Nier Replicant. That one did come to the West. I played it. It was pretty sick. I liked it. It was nothing like, 2B is not in it. It was nothing like Nier Automata. So if that's what you go in expecting it, nah.
You'd be like, what's my 2B? I need my naked robot.
Like that whole thing is like decades, centuries after the events of 1 and 2. of Nier Automata. So yeah, so those are pretty. I'm glad to see that the games are picking up after Automata, but yeah, the one Replicant was lost on the PlayStation 3. But I'm happy they get a remaster. At least people care now. That's all you can ever hope for.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, maybe Mother or Earthbound will get that.
Yeah.
The remake. Oh my god.
Yo,
Yeah,
F-Zero has a
3.
higher chance of getting a game than Mother.
Definitely.
Right. I mean, if Reggie Fils-Aimé couldn't get Mother up and running,
Yeah,
He
it's
didn't want to.
Doug
He didn't want to.
Bowser is not gonna do shit.
No, he didn't want to get Mother. That's the thing. Reggie didn't want to.
oh,
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't want to. He never wanted to get Earthbound 3.
Really?
Yeah, that's why it never happened. So you actually probably have a higher chance of it making it now than later. But I doubt it. It's been one, Nintendo's a different company than it was when those games came out, and two, in these day and age, nah, I don't see it. Like that game
I
is way too
mean,
dark for kids.
yeah, but then you look at have you looked at the adult section on the Switch's library?
I mean, yeah,
Like,
but the thing is,
I
like,
don't think Nintendo really gives a fuck as much anymore.
no,
Like
no,
when in a day and age where Sony's been censoring some games, Nintendo's like, hey, have at it. Fuck
no.
it.
But the thing is, when it comes to Earthbound, the story is it's not as on the nose as a lot of the other adult games. Like it's like the innuendos and all that would be lost on today's generation. I think so.
Yeah, but I mean, again, do you think Nintendo really gives a fuck now? I mean, dude, they have games that are hentai.
Well, no, I don't mean the themes. I mean like the
Well, I know what
just
you're
the
talking
way
about.
the
Just
story
the
is told.
story and
Yeah,
about like
I don't think they'll understand
get
the references and
that.
all
Like,
that.
I mean, but then also look at Final Fantasy Remake. You know, that people were scared that they were going to censor the cross-dressing scene and all that shit, and yet they still did it, and it was still
No.
celebrated.
Because what I mean is like I think the complex themes of the Earthbound series are not going to be well received in today's day and age. Like I don't mean like the adult themes. I mean like the actual psychological themes that go into Earthbound.
Yeah,
So
but
I
I
don't
mean
think
that
people are gonna pick up
I
on those
feel
these
like
days.
that game is geared more to our generation than to
Yeah, I know,
the younger kids generation, right?
so if you notice, Nintendo really doesn't like. Yeah, the adult library is pretty extensive, but do they market any of them? Absolutely not.
Right.
I don't know.
So the idea here is that Nintendo banks on we are going to market a game that is truly for everyone, that's going to appeal to kids, but then at the same time is truly going to be primarily purchased by the older generations, like Zelda, right? Kids love Zelda. Kids like it. They're interested on it. But honestly, I would say that maybe over 70% of the games that are bought from Zelda are for people that are over 18 at this point.
Right.
Sure.
So like I feel like Earthbound just doesn't have a good marketing ploy. Like they don't know, Nintendo doesn't know how to market it.
Yeah.
Because like there's a lot of very serious themes, not
Right.
like they're not like forbidden themes, but it's just very difficult to explain to an audience. So they can't go that route, and they can't go the route of like, oh, it's a really fun game like Kirby, because it's not.
Right.
They could always remake the game. They could always remake the game.
But that's the thing, because I think that and because those themes are going to be lost and on today's generation, I think that game is going to get punished for it. Like people are going to say, "Oh, it's not a good game." I'm like, "Well, it is a good game."
It's
If
just
you made it when it originally came out.
yeah, original. But you know they
But that
can't just
also-
remake it if they're going that route.
But if I'm not mistaken, and whether it's the remastered or the other version of Nier, like some of those characters are like really questionable characters in that game. Where like one's a pedophile.
No, because I don't mean like when I said content, I didn't mean like adult themes. I didn't mean sexual themes. I meant
Right.
like more of
Well,
the
no,
psychological
but
stuff.
see, like, no, right, because we're talking about like the dynamic of the story, right? And
Right.
Nier, like, it doesn't matter that these people are like, you know, pedophiles and all this shit. The thing is like the world is so distraught that we wouldn't be surprised that these characters show up with these backstories, right? Like
Right.
that's just how the world is. So like, but you're supposed to understand that as the person that's playing the game, like.
Right.
Oh shit! This is so weird. Like, there's all these different types of people, but that's just the world because that's how the world is because it's so distraught and war torn and just dystopian that all these different types of people just so happen to come together.
Yeah, but that doesn't sell because that's not what people want to see.
That's right. It's not what people want to see, but they're still making that game.
But yeah, think about it, right? You're right. The world is war torn. In fact, there's a deeper meaning in that the machines themselves have become more human than a lot of the humans. That's why they take those shapes. But the thing is, you take a look at Nier Automata. What were people talking about? They were talking about Tubi's dress. They weren't talking about this theme. They were saying like, "Oh, she's wearing the latest fashion. Isn't she hot? Like, oh, look at all this stuff." And so now imagine Earthbound where they don't have good fashion. It's just a couple of kids running around, right? You know what I'm saying?
The creator for Nier put up a guide as to like he says like, no, this person's not this is not a good drawing because the ass is just not right.
Right.
It's like yeah, the creator's like, no, it's very specific on how the shape goes. Like it's like the guy is obsessed.
Yeah, and so that's why I feel like a game like Earthbound, even though it would be great, I don't think like people today will really get it. Like they won't get that game. Like they just won't understand it.
Well, yeah, just there's going to be a select few, right? And especially from our generation that's going to understand it.
Yeah, and then
I get it. It's a really niche game.
Right. It's sad too because it's a great game.
Yeah.
Stop lying to the consumers, Kenan.
Okay.
That
was Ray's input to this conversation.
And then Tokyo Game Show is gonna keep streaming tomorrow morning at 5:00. I think it's gonna be a whole Capcom devoted stream tomorrow morning. So there might be new things announced from Capcom side.
New game, please.
Yeah.
Darkstalker. That's not happening. You ain't gonna see no Darkstalker.
If that happened, I swear to God,
if it wasn't for ESPN, I would have agreed with you. But because I'd say no.
Man, Rival Schools has more hope of booking than Darkstalkers at this point.
Capcom has a lot of good properties, a lot of properties, and a lot of like nah.
But the thing is, Capcom
Rival School falls in like.
We were actually talking about this the other day.
Yeah, we were.
So like Capcom, like they've been doing everything good and all their other gaming sections except for their fighting division. Like their fighting division doesn't know what the fuck to do right now.
I mean, all you really got is what Marvel versus Capcom, Street Fighter.
Yeah, Ken and I were talking about the other day. It was like, oh, Capcom would be huge for Microsoft to buy it. Then we were like, they already got much like that.
I feel like if there's anyone that would buy that, it would be Sony because they have so much, relationship.
Sony's poor though.
With what happened?
Sony's poor though.
Yeah, but I mean, if
Sony can't spend billions,
right?
That.
I mean,
if
there was a game company that could, that should buy. Amazon, it would make sense. It would be Sony, right? Because of all the long-standing relationship that they've had with Capcom.
Yeah, they would fit in better on Sony's platform.
Right.
But yeah, but it's just that you see how everyone's trying to go esports, ESPN, Disney trying to go esports, and they're like, no, you gotta cover up Morgan. No, you gotta cover up,
Felicia.
You gotta cover up the wrestler. I keep forgetting her name. I'm just like
Mika.
Yeah, like they specifically called out those characters. That pretty much made you know for sure you're not.
Yeah, but you really can't cover up Morgan. She's a succubus. Like
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not gonna get another Darkstalker, because it's an issue with big companies, and whenever a big company complains about it, smaller companies listen. So
I mean, if you look at Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and you look at the opening sequence trailer for that game, they actually cover Morgan's butt and Felicia's butt. Especially Felicia's butt. Like they put a panel and then one of the other characters is covering Felicia's butt. Like on purpose.
No,
it's just
remember when they announced Terry for King of Fighters, right? And Sakurai was just like, yeah, we couldn't include Mai because
all the good boys and girls.
Hey man, you got Bayonetta. She gets half naked.
Yeah, that's a weird thing.
but I don't know if I don't know. I'm not sure if this is the case, but I think May was the very first female in the game that actually had the boob bounce animation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, boom physics,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, like that was an important milestone in game. That's
that's why it was so popular in Central and South
yeah,
America.
everybody. I remember in the arcade, people selected and I just left it there. Like, dude, check it out. Back in the day, there was no Instagram, so you had to enjoy the moment.
Right.
All right.
And when you were a kid, you were too poor to go to the porn store.
Hey, you're underage.
Exactly.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah, so that's why some properties are probably going to stay dead for a while. That's crazy. We talked about a Nintendo property that's going to stay dead, Earthbound, and a Capcom property that's going to stay dead. Okay. And earlier today, we also talked about.
You forgot about Mega Man.
Mega Man, Sega. What do you talk about Sega too?
Well, they made a Mega Man recently. It wasn't good, but they made it.
Nah, Mega Man is
Right.
dead right now. I'm sorry.
I can't see into Mega Man.
When even your creator starts a fucking Kickstarter, gets
Yeah, but
back,
he also failed with that Kickstarter.
and
man.
it's garbage. You're like, dude, this franchise is dead.
Definitely.
All right.
Yeah,
give it-
and
just
he,
make
and
Mega
he
Man
could take a
Nintendo.
new direction.
Oh man, I wish we had another Mega Man X, man.
Yeah, Mega Man X or Zero, Mega Man Zero, man. Shit.
Zero Suit, man. I-
Watch them make a Mega Man game styled Breath of the Wild game.
Hell no.
Nah,
no,
chill.
no,
You-
get rid of it.
I
You
mean, that's
say
pretty
hell
much Mega
no.
Man's Legends.
Right,
Yeah.
right, but you say no, but everyone's doing that right now.
Nah.
Everyone's going the Breath of the Wild route.
Remember the last game they made like that? It was hot trash with those controls. I would rather just take the side scroller.
I feel like side scroller was the way to go, but like,
Right.
god damn, like because open world, there are certain characters that fit the open world theme. Like Spider-Man fits it. Why? Because it needs a large space in order to maneuver. The larger the space, the more awesome your
Oh my
experience.
God, Andres, stop it with this.
Yeah,
It doesn't really benefit from having a large environment. Like, what is it
Yeah.
gonna do? Fly from
Yeah.
one place?
that's true. Yeah, that's it.
Like, if you think about Battle Network, right, the Game Boy Advance series, those maps were huge.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I
don't know.
remember, like, fucking, like, it took me sometimes like 15 minutes to get from one place to another. I was just like, fuck, dude. Like, I have to jack in here and then have to walk over there and then jack in over there and then blah blah blah. I was jacking it everywhere.
Yeah.
Word?
Jack
Wait,
in.
Damn.
gotta have the jacking, bro. Damn.
Erica must be jealous.
Max was possessed by a demon in the ceiling jacking it, yo.
Can you imagine that world? Like, hey, man, what are you doing? I'm just jacking it in the refrigerator. It's like,
like-
oh, what are you gonna do after that? I'm gonna jack in the stove.
So jacking the oven.
They're like, oh, let me go to Roll's room, right? Like, it's the girls, like, oh, look, Roll left her phone. Let me jack into her phone.
Right.
Have you guys seen the new update on iPhone where every time you insert the connection to charge your phone, you can put a sound to it now. And so people have been putting the
I already know
the
it.
sound of going,
Oh
oh
no.
my god, stop, it's so big. and when they pull it out, they're like, no, put it back in.
Oh my
People are terrible. It's like this is
Dude,
the thing,
it's
right?
hilarious.
It's hilarious. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Oh man.
People put their mind in the wrong direction. Honestly,
Yeah.
Hey, remember, make love, not Warcraft.
Hey
Yeah.
man, sex is a part of life, man.
that's crazy. All right, so that's for gaming this week, right? There was a lot of TV news today too. This week, right? But let me go ahead and start by doing something that's a little bit different. This is Sandman, the Audible original. So this is a graphic novel that is read like an old-timey radio show. Okay, so if you look at the cast, right, James McAvoy is right there. He is Morpheus, which is the main character, right? Neil Gaiman narrates the entire story, which is the primary author, and Erica and I have been listening to it. Okay, we've gone through the first chapter, and let me tell you, the quality, just the production quality for this project, it's insane. Okay, voice acting, sound effects, okay, music. Wow, it's amazing. Like, it's really, really immersive. Yesterday we were doing just random crafts around the house, and we found ourselves just kind of like, what's going to happen, because it reads like a thrilling story. Okay, it's very mysterious, it's very dark at times. So if you've ever read a graphic novel by Neil Gaiman, it definitely has that that flavor, that seasoning. So if you guys get a chance on Audible, you can get 30 days trial for free. I'm pretty sure you can finish it.
Well, if you get a Prime, they give you 2 free downloads for free from Audible. So like you can just download it for free.
Yeah. So like I would say give this one a shot. It's freaking good. If you're tired of just staring at screens, right? And you want to do something else?
This would be good for Ray. He always sleeps with the headset on. So you better read the story.
Now, there's a lot of screaming that goes on in this too, by the way. So it might not be like very pleasant to go to sleep to.
Oh, Ray will. Trust me, he'll sleep on anything.
Because it's like dun dun.
Yeah, I got that. I got some free tokens for Audible. I'll check it out.
Yeah,
check it out. It's pretty nice.
I mean, just looking also at just Andy Serkis alone, like I can imagine him doing the Raven. Just
who's Andy Serkis?
Andy Serkis is the Raven.
No, I mean, but like, what else? Does he ever play any other role?
He does like Smeagol on Lord of the Rings.
Okay, yeah, so it is that guy.
Okay.
It is that guy. Okay, I was wondering because I was like, he doesn't look jank like he did in the movie. So I was just like,
yeah, Black Panther. He was
right.
Claw. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, this is actually a very, very, very good. Erica was just tired of just watching screen because we teach and then we go to the phone, teach phone. Just like it gets old. So I honestly applaud Gaiman for going in this route because they could have made it a TV show, right? But they chose to go on the like old timey radio show style. It's just kind of.
I feel like that this is just like the testing grounds before they like make it into a series.
Yeah.
You mean the next big fad is books?
Well, they're bringing books back. The Legends, to be honest.
Well, the thing is that he's been in talks to do. What's the other one that you guys like? It's not Constantine.
Lucifer?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's gonna do something.
Yeah, well, because Lucifer is also part of the Sandman.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's my little PSA. Make sure you guys check that out if you guys can. It's really cool.
Sandman, okay.
All right, other things that popped up, like there might have
this fucking shit.
Yeah, come to Papa.
Hate for this.
I'll play.
What?
I'll play.
Okay, what's
Your
the
play is a show.
Huh?
It's a show, not a game.
I thought it was. He looks like
it's a Netflix show.
Yeah.
Well, let me watch the first episode right now. Then
I'm good.
Gross.
It's actually
Dude,
not.
no one dies.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah,
I don't want to watch it
It's
anymore.
a kid show that is.
Right.
It is the most unbelievable thing that could ever happen in the Jurassic Park lore.
I'm sorry. Did you say it was a kid show?
Yes, it's a kid show because guess what? Now there's a group of kids whose parents give them consent to send them to an island filled with fucking dinosaurs, and they are
the most dumbest plot ever.
I mean, we've seen that in all the fucking Jurassic Park movies.
Yeah, I know.
Kids go.
But like the first one was just like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm rich and I want to get your support, right? So it was still like a testing ground.
Yeah, but
there was really
there's like 3 kids, but now all of them are kids. Well, parents.
And the thing is that this was like, in the books, okay, in the Jurassic Park books, the guy who created Jurassic Park, he was crazy. He was crazy. He was a douchebag. He was antisocial. Not at all like it's in the movies. Okay, so it makes sense that his grandkids show up, right? And he doesn't give a fuck about them, like at all.
Of course.
Like, which is something that the movie changed. In the movie, he cares about them. So in the movies, it kind of makes sense. They went a little too far in the sense of like no parent in their right mind would go like, oh yeah, sure,
let's live.
I'll send you to that island with dinosaurs, and their only two protection is two adults. That's it.
So here's,
and then they go missing. So now it's the kids.
Well, we'll keep it short, okay? If it's okay, there's two things you have to say, okay? This is short, okay? If it says Jurassic World, okay, WORLD, it's bad. If it says Jurassic Park, go watch that. Okay, next one.
All right. I don't understand this. It says Jurassic World, but it looks like Jurassic Park.
Well, the
thing. Well, I mean, they're gonna. Right. They do show dinosaurs from the World series, so it's not like it's just Jurassic Park.
Right.
But I think it's just going on with the lore of the last movie, so it's called
This is
World.
an epic fail. Once you put all kids, it's not a kid show. It should be a product show.
If you see Jurassic World as the title of the show or the movie, just leave it alone. Go continue eating your nachos. Okay, but if you see Jurassic Park, then you can watch it. Okay, then you have my permission to watch. All right.
Okay.
The first two movies. The next one's not that great.
All right. Then the next, let's talk about something that we might have different.
I'll watch it because it's both the characters of them.
Okay, so in this, before we start, in this thing, does the Vision have the Infinity Stone in his head?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think
he does.
I think it does. It's before it happens.
This is before Vision dies.
No, it's after.
Right.
No, that's before.
It's after.
You want to put $20 on it?
This is prequel.
Put $20 any day because I'll go to your house.
This is
prequel.
They already had confirmed because they're still together. This is before they already had. Kevin Feige had already said it was before.
Because that's what she's doing. Because that's the whole idea. The whole idea is that Wanda is manipulating where he lives.
It takes place after Endgame.
Yeah, it's after Endgame.
Yeah, it takes place after Endgame.
So the whole idea is that Wanda is trying to live a life with him, is bringing him back. So what New Rockstar said is that Wanda has actually sold her soul to Mephisto to bring Vision back. Okay? So they're living in a kind of like micro hell version.
Right, yeah.
And Agatha, which is played by this actress right here, I don't remember her name, she's kind of like the warden or some sort.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of weird. Like, we don't know, but definitely happens after he dies.
Yeah, so Mephisto is a demon. he's very, very powerful.
Well, I mean, he's at a point in time he was considered the devil, and then they retconned that.
Yeah, they retconned him. Yeah.
This is what gave Ghost Rider his powers.
How many seasons is this gonna be? Like 2 seasons, you said?
I mean, they could theoretically have this forever. Because they're living in hell or Mephisto's realm, so they can have random episodes no matter how many they want.
Yeah,
they can have one when he goes to McDonald's.
Yeah, so like based on what I saw, it seems like it's just like self-realization, right? Like Vision realizes that he's not supposed to be there, that something's wrong, that the things around him are not supposed to be the way the way they are. Like he's living and doesn't have memories, etc. So it's kind of cool. I'm more excited for it now than I was when I first heard the title.
Yeah, we'll see. We really have to see about this one.
Okay.
Because it seems interesting, but the thing is like if it's supposed to be in the continuity with the MCU, how are you gonna deal with Mephisto? Like, how are you gonna?
Yeah.
I mean, unless Wanda does her fucking powers, because her powers technically is whatever she wants it to be.
So, but Mephisto is like Like he's arguably stronger than Galactus and all that. Yeah. So
he's got level
in his own realm, right? Outside of his realm, he's not that powerful.
But that inside the realm, right? Inside his realm, right?
But I mean, like I said, they always put Wanda's power to her benefit. Like until she realizes it, her power is basically winning. That's really what her power is. Really, dude. Like every time when it comes to the Avengers in the comics or an X-Men, and when she fucking finally like gets up to the plate or realizes her powers, I only think of it, we won. That's literally her power.
That's too OP, man.
Like if she gets out of his realm and all of a sudden she's like, okay, let's change all of this.
Chances are like they're gonna tie her to Doctor Strange.
More. I
could see that, yeah.
Because Mephisto and Doctor Strange have a very colorful history.
Right.
And so like even I think I don't know if you guys read the '90s comic book. In the '90s comic book, Doctor Strange was broken. Like he was like, he was
stupid broken.
They nerfed the shit out of Doctor Strange. Like if you think Doctor Strange now was busted, the Doctor Strange back then was like a god.
Yeah, how busted was it?
How busted was it though?
He could pretty much do anything.
Yeah, magic was like no joke in the Marvel universe. That's a dope cover.
It is.
Yeah, I like that.
I like the fact that you have it handy. Like,
I just had it right there.
Strange comic book next to him. Like,
he had Doctor Strange.
And it's also the '90s version. It wasn't just any.
Yeah, like he got a heavy nerf. Like out of the '90s.
Yeah. Like back then, he could do basically anything and everything, and he was like imbued with the powers of like all the mythical gods.
Yeah, he could he could rebuild the universe. He can do whatever he wanted. Like it was ridiculous.
See,
he could rebuild the universe.
The danger I see about this show is that it's not going to be what we expected. Like, sure, there's going to be an underlying story, and at the end or somewhere in between, you're going to get little Easter eggs to tie everything up until the end, right?
Yeah.
But what's going to be the meat of the episode? Like,
I think this show is just going to be I Love Lucy with Marvel characters.
Yeah.
That's what I'm expecting from the show. You're just gonna see random episodes of them doing random things, and you might see like a little bit of a thread tied through each one, showing that they're in Mephisto's world, or he might pop up every once in a while, or you might see some.
Okay, I see that.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be very slow in that sense.
It's definitely gonna be slow.
Yeah, so I don't think it's gonna be like an exciting show at all. It's gonna be one of those things that you sit down and you're like, okay, that's it. You know, like
clues.
Where's Waldo?
Yeah, exactly. Where's Waldo show?
Yeah, like can you see the Easter egg? Can you tie it to the MCU stuff like that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And just a side note before we move in, did you guys hear that Robert Pattinson got COVID?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They had to pause production on that, man.
Yeah, sucks.
Rip.
I feel like moving forward, you know, production companies like Warner Brothers or Disney, they're gonna have to have a clause where if you're filming a movie, you're gonna have to live essentially isolated and just with your production crew. It's
a lot of other movie productions have been doing that. I think Robert Pattinson was just too big for his britches, and he's like, "Oh, fuck that shit." You know,
I'm
the movie star I am, and fucking.
Not only that, but you have to remember, like a lot of these studios have insurance to guard against that.
Right.
So it's like as soon as these actors get sick, you know, the studio, hey, yo, I get $50 million. Kind of like a hard thing to be all like, oh yeah, like don't get sick because they get money out of the way.
Yeah, but then like it's also fucked up because like. The studio gets a lot of monies, right? But all the extras don't because they're like, okay, go home, guys.
Right.
Like,
we don't need you, bro. Like, go.
Yeah.
That's why
it is.
Yeah, because like Ray shared that the picture of The Rock, remember? Like, you remember how The Rock like took off his gate of the hinges because it broke? Right?
He broke it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's because I think the power went out and they couldn't do anything to open up the gauge, and they had to be on set for the first day for what's it called, the movie that he's doing?
Black Adam.
Yeah, Black Adam. So it's like I cannot be late the first day, and I have to set the tone for the rest of the shoot. So he had to do whatever he had to do. I mean, he took out the whole front gate, and he had to obviously he used power tools to do that. All right, and then he's like, I had to do what I had to do. He got in my way. We tried to open it in different ways. He tried to shoot down. I mean, put back the backup power that we had. Nothing worked, and I had to they get rid of it. Fuck it. And the same day they built it back. Obviously, he called his people and did it.
So the reason why he did that, right? It's also because he doesn't need the money. He can skip a day of work. Fuck it. But like all the extras, all the camera people, they depend on the main actor, right? If the main actor doesn't show, there is no work that day. You can't do shit.
Yeah, for the scenes he's filming, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Especially if it's gonna be in Egypt, where like there's a lot of extras, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a little city scene.
Yeah. So Robert Pattinson may be a diva now. What the hell? That sucks. Anyhow,
he put on a suit.
All right, so that's WandaVision. Again, I think this is going to be a mid tier type of show. Not all that great, but
the two main actors are great. We can't underestimate them yet.
Yeah.
No, I mean I'm just saying the theme overall, because this show is essentially just a tie-in between movies.
Well, I need to see the pilot. That's it. The first episode. I just want to see how it goes from there.
Dude, by that time we're gonna be so Marvel deprived that we're gonna take whatever they can give, because
probably. You know, this is actually the first time in 10 years that a Marvel movie is not playing in theaters.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
10 years. Fuck, you're right. Since Iron Man 1, huh?
It's just crazy. No, not Iron Man 1. Iron Man came out 2008. I think it was Captain America came out 2010.
Wait, are we counting Hulk?
Huh?
The first Captain America?
Hulk in 2009?
No.
2005 Hulk? We don't count it.
No, Hulk was 2007, 2008. Yeah, 2007 was Iron Man. 2008 was Hulk.
Wait, was it Hulk 2009 and then Iron Man 2008?
Nah, it was.
Because I'm pretty sure Hulk came out in 2009.
Nah, it didn't come out 2009. I was not a senior when Hulk came out. The Incredible Hulk came out, 2008, and Iron Man came out 2007. Yep.
And what came out 2009?
I don't know. Let me see. Captain America.
Was it Captain America?
Nah, that was 2011.
Was it Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man who came out at that point?
Well, not MCU stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So 2011 was Cap, and then I guess it makes sense. Yeah, because 2011 is Cap, and then Black Widow isn't coming out to 2011. I mean, to 2011. I mean, 2021. Wow. Yeah,
Thor?
2021. Thor was after Captain America.
No, just kidding. Well, no, Thor was before Captain America. It was after Iron Man 2. Yeah, it was after Iron Man 2.
That movie is just, it's gonna come out. People are gonna go watch it, and it's just not gonna have.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck. That movie's still gonna be fire to me.
I mean, it's gonna be good, but it's just.
Black Widow?
Yeah, that's just gonna still be fire to me. Yeah. So, all right, going back, Iron Man 2 came out in 2010. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then Thor. Then Captain America. Okay.
Andres, change that thing for Black Widow, please.
Yeah.
Got another comic book, Andres.
You gotta remember, Iron Man was the most popular Marvel character until Spider-Man became the one.
Yeah.
Iron Man was actually a scrub back in the day. People don't give a shit about it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
No, wasn't Spider-Man the most popular until the movies came out?
No. Back when they first debuted, Iron Man was the most popular character for like 20 years.
Oh, debut. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
We're talking about like in the 90s, the comic book. Nobody.
Then Spider-Man took it. Yeah, Spider-Man took it in the 90s. Okay, can you stop?
Yo, your house is a time capsule. We get it. Like we get it. Dude, what else do you have in there? Do you have Studio Ghibli shit in there? You probably do. You got the original Astro Boy DVD in there?
The star.
Yeah, stop asking questions.
A special segment called Show and Tell.
The segment is gonna be when Anches flexes on us.
No, we can turn this into a game. Watch, I will.
We could make
All
a
right.
whole show about Anders. What do he have in his hands? Let's go.
Okay. So next is Mando Commando. So Mandalorian was actually came out, and
Yeah, the trailer.
and the show is not so far away from us. October 30th, it's right there.
And it won an Emmy a couple weeks ago.
That's the time I'm gonna enter to Anders' family.
The Mandalorian won an Emmy a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, and they're gonna get another one.
No one cared because no one cares about the Emmys during the pandemic.
Wait! You said Mandalorian won an Emmy?
I believe so.
Pedro Pascal got his Emmy on the.
And Baby Yoda is gonna steal the show once again, like one Anders has.
So, what do you guys think about the trailer? Did you guys watch it?
Yep.
Okay.
And
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I just claimed this shitty ass game. I'm so mad right now.
There isn't all that much to the trailer, right? You see Mando with his
this game is garbage.
with the Beskar armor, just walking around, going side to side, and they tell him that yes, he must go to find wherever this thing goes. Right?
Hey, whoever wants a free game, here you go. Yeah, I could take that shit.
So, Andres, what do you think about the Mandalorian?
Let me watch that trailer right now. Hold on. Yeah, I can talk.
Yeah. I think
it's like 2 minutes.
Gonna be dope. It feels like we're gonna see more worlds in the series, and it looks like we're getting a hint that Boba Fett is there. Like in one of the backgrounds, someone like circled, and you could see Boba Fett's helmet in one of the backgrounds.
Yeah, they say that like in the shot where he's in the speeder bike, right? You can see the helmet that Mando's actually finds it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that. And so like we're like,
did they announce that was it Jango Fett was gonna be in this season?
Yeah.
Yeah. I could they announced that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what he's right here on the slideshow.
Okay, yeah.
Because he's already casted, right? But the thing is that he plays Django as well as all the other fucking clones, so it could be like Captain Rex,
right?
It could be Cody, right? It could be any of them. But yeah, it's probably going to be Boba. Okay, and remember that Boba ages under normal conditions, right? He ages normal, like a kind of like a pseudo regular human being,
right?
The one character that everybody's speculating from to appear is this cloaked lady, which is from Rebels, which is I think Sabine. Yeah,
you think that's Sabine?
That's what people are saying. Like they say that's Sabine, who is a Mandalorian from Rebels. So like, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, this plays before the crappy last 3 movies that we had. So there is a possibility, right, that is in fact her. It's crazy.
The one I'm really like excited to see is Ahsoka. Like I want to see like their rendition of Ahsoka in this series.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna find Ahsoka in the snow place, right?
Huh?
Do you think they're gonna find Ahsoka in the snow place, the one that they're showing right there in the preview?
Ahsoka, don't get your hopes up. Ahsoka's gonna be like in the last episode, dude. Ahsoka's gonna be the dark savior.
Are you sure?
I don't care. I just want to see.
Let's see. Are you sure you want to see her?
Yeah.
I mean, Rosario Dawson is playing her, so like I see no wrong when it's her playing it. I don't see any wrong with it.
Look, so long as Dave Filoni is behind it, we're fine. Everything's gonna be okay.
We'll see, because the last season of Mandalorian, his directorial show was the weakest one out of the whole series.
Taika Waititi was the best one for you?
I don't know if it was the best one. I think it was
the girl?
No, not the girl.
Because there's 3 directors.
Right, there's the female.
Taika,
I think
the
she had
girl,
one of the strongest. She had one of the strongest, and I think Taika, and then the dude who just headed this whole thing, the Mandalorian. What's his name?
Dave Filoni.
No, not Dave Filoni. He's not the one heading Mandalorian.
Oh, Happy Hogan.
Yeah. Him.
Yeah.
I think he did an episode and his was one of the strongest as
You're
well.
right. You're right. It's true.
Right.
Jon Favreau.
Jon Favreau. There you go.
Yes, Jon Favreau. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but Dave Filoni he basically did the Last Samurai on one of his, or was that the girl? No, that was the girl. He did the one before the Last Samurai episode.
Deborah Chow. There you go. Deborah Chow.
Deborah Chow did she was good because she did all the fight coordination for
You're right.
fight choreography, which
Yeah,
she had experience in.
It is Dave Favreau that's the one who has the visual thing. I think.
Right.
So, because Dave Filoni is essentially just like the spiritual guide. He channels George Lucas' wish.
Yeah.
Kind of. I think that he kind of cleans it up because I'm pretty sure George Lucas has some things that he wants, but not all of them kind of make sense.
Right.
But yeah, because he did give us Jar Jar Binks, by the way, right?
Oh
Jar Jar,
Right.
the god.
Hey,
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, you can complain about Jar Jar, but you
A
remember.
superstition that he's a dark lord.
Yeah.
He was a Sith Lord all along.
I say long.
Yeah, so there's gonna be plenty to watch. So we got
Oh, I just saw it. It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
dude, this series is awesome.
Yeah,
This series
better than
probably
the movies. Better than the movies.
It's real
Oh.
sad, really.
1,000.
It's real.
Ain't it sad how this is better than those new movies?
Yeah, it's better than new movies. It's better.
Like
It's
the
exciting.
only good Star Wars movie that came out recently is Rogue One, and that's not even like that great.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Look, if episode was it 7 was a good start. All right, I was like, okay, cool. I could get into this if they keep getting better, right? Because I understand after what 20 plus, not 20 plus years, but almost 20 years of no movies, I get it. But then it just went left, and then it went like right again after that. I was like, what the hell is happening? Can you stop?
Well, hey man, Disney wants Kevin Feige to make a Star Wars movie, so
Yeah, so the thing is with the new Star Wars movie is like they were trying so hard. They're like, oh, we need a new blood, we need a new story. Oh,
No.
look at all these old characters.
The
Hey,
thing is with them, they try so hard to feed everyone that nostalgia.
right.
Like it's good, it's a good way to do it, but they just was doing the same storyline all over again.
Like I said, the only thing I hated the most is they did nothing with Shiny Stormtrooper.
Oh yeah, the super one.
I like the Shiny
Captain
Stormtrooper.
Phasma.
Yeah.
Now, Phasma was the worst thing about those movies because they essentially violated a rule in literature, right? Which is you put a smoking gun, right? You put it if you intend to use it, and Phasma was not used properly at all.
No.
She was.
I was like, because when I saw the suit, I'm like, okay, yo, this character's gonna be a badass. This character's gonna do work. This is gonna be like what's his name, General Grievous. And then when like nothing happened, and then I think she died at the end, right?
Yeah.
Ben, I'm just like, that's it. Like,
Yeah, it was like to me, it was like, what's the point of her having such a badass suit if she wasn't gonna do anything? She might as well have been a regular stormtrooper.
Yeah, I want to say that he's just a regular stormtrooper. Didn't do anything.
It actually would have made sense if I forgot what's the stormtrooper's name? The black dude.
Finn?
Yeah, it would have actually made more sense if he had that suit because he was the only one that was relevant out of all of them.
Oh wow.
Man, yeah. It sucks.
Or they could have brought back Darth Vader's friend.
There's actually a rumor that they're going to just kind of retcon those entire 3 movies.
Oh, that's definitely gonna happen. They need to.
Yeah, and then Jon Favreau is gonna redo all those movies again.
Cause think about it, right? The last, what is it? The Last Jedi. That's the third. I forgot all these fucking whatever. The last one that just came out. That one retcon. Rise of Skywalker.
No, the Last Skywalker.
The Last Skywalker. So.
Oh, the Last Jedi. There you go. The Last Skywalker.
Wait, are you kidding? I'm pretty sure it was.
It's the Last
Skywalker.
Oh no, it's Rise of the Skywalker and the Last Jedi.
Okay.
All right. So whatever the
Skywalker.
So the most recent one. You have to Blu-ray to that movie.
No, it's the ticket. So
okay. I was about to say I was about to roast your ass.
Yeah, no. When we went to the theater. we went to the theater and I pre-ordered the tickets for my dad and my brother. They actually gave me tickets encapsulated in plastic.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, as you're saying, Josh.
But yeah, like those that last movie retconned a lot of the story plot points that the first two did.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, just like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Because it makes no goddamn sense.
No, like, and if you think about marketing too, because that marketing really, it's what sells everything, right? It's what counts in this in this economy. The toys for the episode 7 through 7, 8, and 9, right? Those things don't sell well. Okay, you have Hasbro going back to saying, "Oh, we're doing vintage shit. We're doing the originals. We're doing Clone Wars. We're doing Mando." Like, they don't touch the new movies because they know that shit doesn't sell.
Nope.
Like, who the fuck wants
would
to buy a Supreme Leader Snoke action figure? It's a
another character they didn't do anything with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say one thing. It wasn't the actors. It was the writing. It was
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
that was just bad.
Well,
The
and
story
it was
was
also
really
the direction that Kathleen Kennedy took it in, right? Like, all she wanted in that movie was like girl power, girl power, girl power.
In the second one,
And
yeah.
it was like, and
Yeah.
it was like hand fisted in to like in all the movies except kind of like the first one. But it's just like, dude, like I get it, like I understand, dude, but like, fuck, like there's more to Star Wars than just that, you know?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because that's the thing, man.
Just remake the all stories. Just do that.
The universe seems so small when
Right.
Kathleen Kennedy took it because she was so focused. You know, she was just so focused on that point of view that she ignored everything else. Like, you see the Mandalorian, right? The Mandalorian it's successful because it's essentially has a heart, right? It's a story of a parent, right? That's essentially what it is. It's a story of a parent in an extraordinary world, right? There is some sort of affection. There is no connection, no sentiment whatsoever in the new movies. Like, you try looking for anything to relate to, and you're like, okay, no.
Essentially.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, like, what Mandalorian does too, it has great world building. It has great connectivity to the lore. I mean, to the last episode, they bring out the Black Saber again. Like, there's so much shit that like they harken back to from the original movies that you're like, holy shit! Like, this is the Star Wars that I fell in love with. This is the storytelling that I fell in love with. And why isn't this reflected in the main movies? You know, it just it was so tunnel visioned in that aspect of those movies that it was just it was kind of just like going one direction and not looking back.
Right.
And that, you know, and you have to pay homage to your world. You have to pay homage to the other characters. I mean, they fucking threw away Luke Skywalker like it was nothing.
Yeah,
that was.
Yeah, they did.
And Solo.
They even discarded Finn. You know, as you went through the story,
end. No one cares about Finn anymore. They built them all the way to the end for no reason.
Yeah, Finn actually ended up playing a really minor role and ended up playing an even smaller role. Right? At the end, they just have to say like, "Oh, he's a Jedi, by the way." Right. And you're like, dude, really? This is how you're gonna do Finn? Like this, the character you have started from the very first movie, you don't build him up at all. What the hell?
I think they realized they couldn't carry the movie. I was like,
and another thing that didn't make sense was that like it's like you have Sidious. I keep forgetting his name.
Palpatine.
Yeah, you have Palpatine. He's obviously the Sith Lord, right? But then somehow you have Snoke, and then somehow, all right. Then on top of that, it's like they were building up Kylo Ren like he was supposed to be the Sith Lord, the new one. And so it's like you had like 3 running around in the universe the whole time, and it's just like, who's supposed to be the bad guy here? Sidious, but he just showed up. Like, the hell?
Yeah, I didn't like when they killed Snoke that early. I was like, really? Like, you build him up to be this big badass guy, and then
They just kill it right away, real fast.
Like,
Nothing
bye.
going on.
And it turns out, Palpatine was puppeteering the whole time. Like, shut, no, he wasn't. He's been dead. Stop lying.
Right, and then even after they killed Snoke and Kylo Ren was just like, "Oh, you should join me." Oh, you're not gonna join me? Okay, I'll let you walk out right now. Bye. See you later. Like, I'm just like, you're not gonna do anything? Like, what?
Yeah. Like, honestly, this shit was just like, it seemed like just even the Star Wars land doesn't do all that great. Like, it doesn't. It's crazy because like you expected Star Wars to be revitalized, but what 3 movies and billions of dollars couldn't do, a single show with 8 episodes did, and that speaks
kind of sad
to the type of writing that needs to be done, because Star Wars is a story about the universe. It's a story about the galaxy, right? And that's why when you look back at Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, and Episode 2, even though people, hate them, when you look back, you're like, dude, George was connecting this to that, to this, to that, to this, to that, like this world, this world, this world, this is extended. Like it created a fucking government.
Yeah, I think that's why all the Star Wars properties did well, except the obvious ones. Because it was just like, it was another aspect. Like when they did The Force Unleashed, a lot of people like it because like, oh, here's Starkiller. He was in the running to be, Darth Vader's apprentice. Right. And then, he was like, nah, I'm not going to really be a bad guy and end up dying. Or if he chose to be a bad guy, he ended up doing some crazy stuff. You had the new game, what was that called? I said it earlier.
I know which is Falling.
Oh yeah, Jedi Fallen Order.
Falling Order.
Yeah, that one where it was just like, okay, cool. Like essentially, what it was is that you have the Empire being an empire. You see what I'm saying? Like they are across the entire galaxy, and everyone from across the galaxy is trying to stop them. So it's not just one person who's just like, I'm gonna walk in, clean house, and then okay, it's over. It was like, okay, you have to do your part, you have to do your part, you have to do your part, and then we'll work together.
I mean, there were things that I kind of enjoyed from the last movies, like some of the
Force Lightning Tree.
No, well, I did like the Force Lightning Tree. I really felt like that's how Sidious was supposed to be, OP from the beginning, right? I felt like that was good. I like the ship battles, but then like there weren't enough of them. So I was like,
you know what made absolute no sense during those ship battles?
The horses?
When they had the horses on the ships.
The horses.
And I'm just like,
how?
I'm like, wait, so the horses are on there, you guys are fighting. Yo, just tip them over. Like, just tape them over. They're fucking gone. Like,
dude, like they managed to put horses in 2 fucking movies back to back. That's crazy. All right. Okay, so that's Mandalorian. So definitely we're gonna clean our palate and move to a brighter future, hopefully. And we have to pay attention because since this happens pre-episode 7, whatever is set up in the Mandalorian as far as the background of where the Empire goes is gonna give us an idea of where Disney's going to take Star Wars. Like, are they going to retcon or not? Because if they start talking about Kylo Ren and there's a new like then you can see like, okay, they're just gonna keep it and they're gonna build.
To be honest, in the new movies, I care about Finn, the stormtrooper, than Rey. To be honest, and
no one cared about Rey though. Like,
I don't care about any of those characters.
Like Rey was such a lame character. Just like, what is her purpose? Like, I'm a Skywalker now. No, you're not.
You're Palpatine.
Did you guys see? There's a meme. They're like, what's your name? Rey Quaza. All right. So moving on to movies, right? So do you remember this movie?
Oh my god, that's the worst Mario Bros. Oh,
it's real.
What? You mean the best? You mean the best video game movie of all time?
Remember the Bowser, the person who played Bowser, his son roasted him. So yeah, like he's
another free game, guys. There you go.
Yeah, his son was asking him, why'd you do such a bad movie? And his dad, and he was like, yeah, he was like, yo, you see those shoes you have? Yeah, I need to buy those. His son was like, I didn't need shoes that bad. Yeah, like.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
whoever wants a free Steam game, go into the chat right now. Whoever clicks it first, you're welcome.
Dude. So this movie, by the way, Lou, that's Yoshi.
Yeah, the T-Rex.
The little like T-Rex kind of.
T-Rex Yoshi.
Yeah, that's Yoshi.
That's Yoshi.
Oh my god.
Peach is talking to Yoshi in that picture.
Okay, so this
Look,
movie
no lie. Oh, that's Yoshi?
Yeah.
I swear to God, bro. All this time from like I haven't seen this movie in like fucking 15 years. I don't fucking know. But
Good.
the last like me remembering Yoshi in my head, I saw him as like a philosopher, like whatever, a raptor, right?
A Velociraptor?
Yeah, Velociraptor. Not this shit. I
Wait,
remember a raptor in my head. Not
Wait,
this
Luigi
shit.
is Asian? How's that Luigi Asian, bro?
Oh shit.
No, it's John Stamos.
No,
John
Luigi's
Stamos.
Luigi Latino. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's
What-
Latino. Yeah.
What the
That's
fuck? They
Latino.
look Asian as fuck.
No, have
You
you,
don't,
And even then, they don't look like brothers.
have you ever seen John Wick?
you know, yo,
What?
you don't know who that is?
Yeah, I know who it is. I know who it is.
Clown.
I know
okay.
who it is. It's the Latino dude who comes out in like most of like detective movies and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of like,
Accurate, yeah.
Ray doesn't know.
yeah, sure,
He doesn't know, but he's right. He does come out a lot.
yeah, and the movies
That's
like
true.
Gam movies and shit like that. I know
It's
who
just
it is,
based on
but
this
even
is
then,
a-
it doesn't look. They don't look like brothers.
This is a
You owe yourself to watch this movie because like the
My God,
characters
Bowser
are
is disgusting.
so bad. Like the way that John Stamos and Mario, the accents they have of like this New Yorker Italian. Oh my God, it's terrible.
Wait. Ray, I just want you to know Bowser is the one with his tongue out.
Yeah.
Oh, really? It's not the one at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's not. What the fuck is the one at the bottom?
That's a regular Koopa. Yeah.
Koopa, yeah,
Are you
Koopa.
fucking? Oh, what the fuck?
You didn't
Yeah,
know
that's a Koopa.
I thought it was Bowser, bro.
Yo, that movie is like about an hour and a half. Watch it,
No,
right?
this
Yo.
movie is really, really bad, bro. Like, really,
Yo.
like this movie is so bad. It makes Doom look good,
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
my
I know
God.
where is Spider-Man.
and Doom is bad.
Now I know where the Amazing Spider-Man got their
It
inspiration from.
makes Spider-Man 3 look good.
Oh my god.
You owe yourself. You owe yourself to watch it just because you're like, okay, this is the low. I can't go below this. Okay, if you go one niche above this movie, you're doing something right. Okay,
No. There will be Ray punishment every time he sleeps. He has to watch that movie.
that would be definitely a nightmare. So the reason why I put this here is because this week we finally found out why Miyamoto hasn't been paying attention to Mario games. Right? We saw we had that.
Miyamoto actually hasn't made a game since Star Fox Zero.
Exactly. So the idea is that, like, why is Miyamoto been absent from his creation, Mario? Well, because he's talking with Illumination about making a Mario movie.
A
He's
real
been doing
life
that.
horror movie or a cartoonish?
It's 3D.
He's been
It's
doing
3D.
that since.
Yeah, and it has to be CGI. Like,
Yeah,
there's no
it's
way.
CGI.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
okay.
and it's
That's
definitely yeah,
fine.
because he's
That's
talking
fine.
to Illumination,
Yeah.
That's
so
fine.
it's gonna
That's
be
fine.
CGI 3D.
That's fine.
So we're going to get a full blown Mario movie, and then this makes sense because now with Nintendo Land coming to Universal Studios and Illumination being essentially part of Universal, right? The two properties are going to be married in movie form. What do you guys think about this?
I pray to God it's Pauline.
Yes. you know it's gonna be Peach though. Come on.
Yeah, it is.
What is your infatuation with Pauline? Jesus.
Okay. First of all, she's way hotter. Okay, but two, like she's more interesting of a character than Peach. Peach has literally done nothing.
Pauline is the original. You know,
Right, she's the original character you save in the original Mario.
yeah,
game.
that's not Peach. That's Pauline.
Yeah, honestly, Peach as a character, much like Mario, really hasn't really grown up since they were created. Like grown as characters, they essentially are the same people in each and every game.
Yeah, and you got to realize that Pauline is immortal because not only did she live after Cranky Kong, okay, but through Donkey Kong Jr. Okay, and she still looks like she's like 21, so she's clearly immortal.
Yo,
So,
I believe it's gonna be Princess Peach. There's more side character to her.
See,
For
I'm
kids.
really worried about the voice acting for this game.
Let's
for
just.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now, Mario's not talking. He's just gonna be like, "Woohoo!"
I think it's the same guy who does his voice.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be. They're not gonna
Yeah.
change Mario's voice.
Because you know that guy is a prominent voice actor, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if have you guys ever played Skyrim?
Yeah.
You know the dragon that helps you, Parthenax? That's the voice actor for Mario.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
And
So-
I try to see his voice again.
But those are full lines, though. Like he's gonna have dialogue.
not that
Right.
much dialogue. He doesn't need that much dialogue. He just
Ooh,
needs-
He's gonna say like, Bowser, where's Princess Peach? Like, think about it. Close your eyes and imagine
Wait,
that full
so-
line being said by Mario voice.
Wait.
I don't hear. No, it's
Where's
like
the Princess Peach?
yeah, it's just gotta be like YouTube. It's just gotta be like YouTube. That Mario Kart.
Bowser, where's the Princess Peach?
What's gonna happen?
I am
What's gonna
back.
happen is Italy is gonna sue us for racism. Like
That-
this
and-
is-
And since Illumination is the one that's heading it, you know they're gonna have the mandatory fart joke, the mandatory dab, the mandatory floss, all of those.
probably
Like,
a minion or two.
I could see the dab and stuff.
Yeah, I can see the dab. I can see the dab or the Fortnite floss.
Yeah. Remember,
mean-
they already have Mario doing a dab. Nintendo already made the joke.
yeah, it's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you also because remember that freaking Sonic did the floss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you're gonna have Mario do this, and it's just weird, man. Like the
Yeah.
franchise is gonna do okay. I think people are gonna go watch it, but I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, look, if they want a Mario movie, then it's about Bowser and Peach. If they want a story, you have to use Rosalina or Paulina.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because Rosalina has the best story out of everyone, but
Yes,
Paulina's like second
it
place.
is.
Yeah. And then Peach is the worst, obviously.
Yeah, we just ignore her.
You can do Daisy if you want.
Look.
Daisy is
This
just
movie-
defending Peach.
Look. This movie cannot
Daisy's
be,
hot as a tomboy though.
this
Yeah.
movie cannot be as worse as the first movie that they made.
I don't wanna say that. I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
think
it's
it can. I think it can be possible.
But see, now this just to me, it like Mario can be Mario, whatever. Like the movie's gonna do well either way because kids are gonna watch it,
Look,
parents gonna think the kids.
What
But
I
this
feel,
opens the floodgates,
look,
right? This
after
opens the
this
floodgates
movie, it's
for
gonna be
movies in
Zelda.
the universe.
Look, after this movie, it's gonna be Zelda and then Fire Emblem. Watch.
No, because Zelda is supposed to get a Netflix show.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
But you know what Lou said is actually quite right. I could definitely see a Fire Emblem series in the
Oh,
a la
definitely.
Game of Thrones.
Oh,
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah. I already have full blown voice acting.
Don't they have an anime already? Don't Fire
Nah, I
Emblem
don't
have
think so.
They
Nah.
might have an anime,
Yeah, I think they have
But-
an anime.
No, that they don't
Shit.
have an anime.
Yeah, let me see.
but
Fire.
yeah, if you make a series a la Game of Thrones with those characters, man, that shit would be fucking dope.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Oh, they hold on.
They do have an anime.
Yeah, they do have an anime.
Look at Ruben face. He's
Yo,
like, yes, fuck yeah.
it came out in the 90s.
I heard they had I think they had a manga too. I heard it was like really popular.
Oh
like,
god, I ain't
really
watching this
popular.
shit.
Yo,
This shit is-
the anime came in 1996. It was created in 1996. Damn.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I think
really
they're
old
remixing-
animation. Like it's
Yeah, I know.
So
disgusting.
get
Make
ready,
a
guys.
remix.
Because with every single ride that's going to be added onto the Universal world, whether it be here in California or in Orlando, you're gonna have a brand new movie to go with it. So Metro,
Oh, God.
you're gonna have possibly because carts are a big deal, right? Like maybe F-Zero, but I feel the next one is gonna be after this is gonna be Donkey Kong
Movie?
Don't-
movie
Donkey
wise.
No,
Donkey Kong
I'm-
already had a TV show.
I
man.
think it's gonna be Metroid.
Metro, yeah.
No, I know it's not. No, it's
Metro
not.
is gonna
Keep
be-
wishing.
I think if Metroid Prime does well, I think the next one's gonna be Metroid because they've already
Wow.
said that they were interested in doing a Metroid movie.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they
What
want
about- yeah.
and they want Team Ninja to make it.
Yeah, they wanted other trash. They were
Nah,
out.
I think
Nah.
they need to just stop. Just they don't exist to me, yo. Just stop.
Because the Metroid manga was pretty good. The Metroid comic books were pretty good.
No, I like the mangas. I
Yeah.
just don't like Team Ninja.
Oh yeah, they don't respect me.
Like,
I feel like maybe Star Fox also fits the Illumination model as well.
But
Because
it's just too much money though going to
No,
there.
you want to know it's not gonna be Star Fox because they're gonna want to put Crystal, and they don't want Crystal in there.
Why do you want Crystal on it? Is it because that game sucks?
Well, no, it's because they didn't create Crystal.
Crystal, yeah.
yeah, Rare created Crystal.
Yeah,
but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter though. It's that game. That's still their IP.
You know what kind of show I want? It's the F-Zero show.
But see,
they did one already.
But Ray, you know that Star Fox is in the same universe as F-Zero.
They have
yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah. F-Zero's gotta be first in Star Fox.
Yeah. Because his Star Fox dad used to race at the Grand Prix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you played it once for the 2DS, like at the one of the secret endings for Fox is that he actually becomes an F-Zero racer with Falco because there's peace everywhere.
Oh, that's one of the secret endings, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I know that. I only knew that because in F-Zero GX they had lore for Fox, James McCloud.
Yeah, I just want you guys to know that the human was the dad. So put that together how you want.
No, he was a fox. No, he was a fox.
Don't ruin my shadow, though.
No, was he a human?
Stop. Don't ruin it.
Yeah. Was it James McCloud a human with like a fox ears or something?
Yeah, I don't think that's not really him though. I don't think that's really him. Because in the Star Fox games, James McCloud was a fox. He looks just like Fox.
Okay, well either way, they had to walk and talk like.
And maybe it was a cosplay or some shit.
Yeah.
Let's just stop there. I don't wanna.
Yeah, because you're right. If you look at it right now, it is a guy who just has like. No, that's not him.
Go get it. Just leave it alone.
So like there you go.
There you go. I just want you guys to know that Fox is like 95% Fox, and his dad is like 95% human. He had to get the Fox part for somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's the secret ending, Josh. You see, there's
I've never did that shit.
Oh, you never seen that version of James?
Nah. And it's Star Fox 64?
No, it's not 64. It's in
64. He's actually a fox, but in the other
this ending was in Star Fox 64.
No, it's for one of the Game Boy games.
Oh, okay, that's why. Because I perfected 64. I'm like, where the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. The Lilac GP. All right.
Yeah.
Can Nintendo like put more lore into this shit, yo? Cause fuck.
I'm telling you, Star Fox has a lot of lore, but they just throw it away. Dude.
All I'm saying, in that lore, you're gonna see a human with some wine and a fox.
You know the crazy thing is, Star Fox and F-Zero in the same universe, right? Star Fox universe could technically fit in the Metroid universe too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put Halo in there too.
You could. You could, like, you could do that.
All right, George, hear me out, Max. Okay, let's check this out. In Halo 5, okay, Master Chief is getting hunted by bounty hunters, okay? Who's a bounty hunter, Max? Who is a bounty hunter?
I don't know.
Okay? No, but check this out. I actually thought of a storyline in my head, right? Because after once you beat Fusion, Samus becomes a fugitive.
Yes.
And so like, what if like you had Master Chief hunting this bitch down, or like she was hunting them down, whatever, like some sort of fight, kind of like the whole Lock on Master Chief, but just way better, not trash like that was.
Exactly. So you have a fugitive and you have bounty hunters. Okay, bounty hunters that need to bounty hunt someone who is being bounty hunted. Okay, if you put 2 to 2 together, okay, these things work out. They're both in space, Max. Okay, they're both in space. They both have ships. Okay,
but let's be real though. If Samus was hunting down Master Chief, she gonna whoop that ass because she's busted. Like Samus is broken. Like out in the suit, you're not beating her. Like she's so fucking broken.
There are planets. Okay, there are planets with AI. Okay, they have AI on these planets, and Master Chief also has an AI. Okay, so Master Chief has AI, Sam has AI, and AI is on this planet. Okay, they have so many common things. Okay,
And you know what else is common? The time era is actually around pretty much the same time.
Yeah, okay, so this one you can argue that Death Stranding is also happens in the Metro universe.
Now that Death Stranding delivers Samus's packages, so
The glorified Amazon. All right, and then I see Lupin.
yes.
Oh yeah, Lupin.
So they're making
Lupin the Third.
G-Kids. So G-Kids owns the right to all the American releases of the Studio Ghibli movie. They are making, they're releasing a new Lupin the Third movie, which is going to be CG like that one, but it's going to bring back the cast from the anime.
that's
Really?
it.
Yeah,
Now they're gonna bring the samurai.
yeah, no, I mean the voice actor is going to be from the anime that was on Adult Swim, and the cast is going to the normal cast is going to be normal cast. You're still going to get the samurai, the cowboy, the
Nice.
girl.
That's
The girl, the secret agent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things about Lupin is that it was actually an adult story told through animation, right? Because there is sex, there is treachery, there is real danger, right? There's a lot of things that make the story a lot more believable and a lot more immersive than, let's just say, your run-of-the-mill anime, okay? Because everything is very grounded, which I've always kind of liked. Like, my favorite movie for the Lupin is the Castle of Cagliostro.
Yeah.
It's
Really?
an amazing movie, yeah.
Yeah, that was the first movie that Hayao Miyazaki actually produced.
Yeah, that's why it's a beautiful film.
I just want to see how they portray Goemon, the samurai. There you go.
Samurai.
Yeah, because the last movie I saw that Lupin the Third, Goemon was there. Like, it was the he killed the whole gangster.
The last movie they did was with Detective Conan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they did the crossover.
The anime that never ends.
Anime, yeah.
And then you had the anime right after that. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a really good character, and for what I see, it looks good, right? Just hopefully it lives up to the standard that
I
we
just
all
want to
have.
know how much they're gonna nerf the bloody thing. I think they're gonna not no blood.
Right. See, that's the thing is like I want to know how well it translates into 3D because this is really the first time they've been in 3D. It's mostly
yeah.
Because it feels like when you move to 3D, like you're forced to you have to abandon the cartoon motifs, which make this particular character so much more interesting. Because the way he moves, right? The way like for instance, when he's like running down a rooftop at high speeds, right? You have this classic animation, and when you look, you're like, oh my god, he's running! Like it's crazy.
Or even when he pulls off the mask, he just
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like
so
paper.
I don't know. Like when you go CG, you were forced, I feel, to be a little bit more realistic. Right? And abandon those cartoon tropes, which
in a way you could still do cartoon tropes in 3D. They do it all the time, especially like in like DreamWorks and Pixar style movies.
Yeah, that's the problem with DreamWorks though. Like if you look at them, right? Like Kung Fu Panda, great movie, right? Great series of movies. But then there's something about it that it's just like it's just not cartoons. That's why it's not the same.
Yeah.
Right, you can't do the same level of extreme motions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll just look weird. Like, you know how sometimes like when they drop, their neck will stay in the air or their head stay in the air.
Yeah.
You could do it in 3D, but it'll look really weird.
Yeah, or like when they're falling, right, and they pretend to swim in the air, right? Like,
which is something he does a lot.
Yeah, so like you're like, okay, dude, like I know how this works,
right?
But
and then you even have that famous scene where he jumps out of his clothes and then into Fujiko's vagina, and then she punches him.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
They got nerf all of that.
What?
Yeah,
there's
a lot of nudity.
Yeah, like that scene is like famous from Lupin the Third. Like people are going to expect that in this movie.
Yo,
I'm pretty sure they're gonna nerf Fuyiko, how the way she
Yo,
dresses and stuff.
yo, off topic, but question: this guy at 4, you think it's worth it?
This guy at 4?
Yeah.
It's not the strongest one.
No.
No, it's don't. Okay, then I don't get it.
I would say 2 is probably the best one.
2 is the best one, yeah.
1 has the most memorable character.
2 is actually has a great story, to be honest.
Yeah, 2 has the best story.
Wow.
All right, carry along.
All right, so like we'll give it a shot, but at the same time, I don't know. I feel like animation still has a place. Like if like Miyazaki starts releasing movies in animation wise, I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's still something to be said that when Studio Ghibli drops a 2D movie, people pay attention.
Yeah,
I think like that's the one thing that we kind of lost in the United States. We don't get 2D movies like that anymore.
and the thing is that it's not that people would still pay attention. Like when we watched Princess and the Frog a few months back with my wife, and we're like, dude, this movie's actually pretty fucking good.
People went to go watch Dragon Ball.
Huh?
No.
Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah. The Broly one, people went crazy for that movie.
Yeah, you're right. The Broly was popular. You're right. That was popular too. All right. So closing it up with collectibles. Now there's a little bit of something for everyone. Okay. So this weekend, it's still going on. Was Hasbro World? Okay, where money comes first, right? Fans, well, fuck that. So here's the way it worked. Right. It says September 25th and 26th. That's not technically true, right? Because in reality, this actually started way back on Tuesday. Okay. So on Tuesday, they gave you a preview of what you could buy, which was mostly just, a preview of the board game that we're going to talk about in a little bit, Heroes Quest. And on Wednesday was the first day where people who bought the premium could buy the shit. Right? Could buy all the exclusives, right? Your Hellfire Clubs, your Wampas, your Endor set, your Power Rangers, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that was Wednesday. On Thursday, it was open to everyone. Okay, and for the most part, as a collector who I bought the Cobra Commander and I bought 2 sets of the Hellfire Club, right? One for resale later on and one to keep. Okay, because by the way, a single figure, because there were people who had it, a single figure was going for 160 on Mercari.
For the Hellfire Club?
From the Hellfire Club, because there were a few product samples that were mailed out. So a lot of people were like, did the review and they started selling them. So I bought 2 copies, one for resale, one to keep.
You bought the collection, right? Like
all of them, and it was actually cheaper than what they released. It wasn't too expensive.
It
was actually
resale value gonna be.
Yeah, it was $80 for both. That's why I said earlier that I spent a little bit of money. It was $80, but then like the resale is gonna make up for it, hopefully. So, but the thing is that there were plenty to go around, right? I think they didn't sell out until later this afternoon. Okay, but today they started releasing stuff like this is like, oh, the panel here, the guest there. We're gonna talk about the future, blah blah blah. Okay, so after people got broke the first couple of days, they released this. Okay, first is Heroes Quest, which I am not familiar with.
It is like what color?
It's
this is a hardcore nerd shit right here, my guy.
Yeah.
So you want to play together?
Hell yeah!
So it's a tabletop game, right? And it's coming back, and it is the shit for role playing our tabletop, which is amazing. Okay, so do you want to tell us something about this, Ken?
Yeah, get on that.
Nah. You go ahead.
Because I don't know much about this. I don't even know the franchise.
Oh, because that's the thing, right? It's just not. It's not really a franchise per se. It's more like Dungeons and Dragons, where it's just they give you the stuff and then you make the story, or they'll come out with some stories. If that makes sense.
Oh, like max stories of the mini games for Pokemon.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so there's 2 tiers. You can back it up because it's a Kickstarter, right? And starts with $99, right? And then you have the Mythic, which is $150, and then look at all the shit you get. This is some like this is some real serious tabletop gaming stuff over here, because you get your figures, which you have to paint yourself. You get the little like wizard map where you can control kind of the story and nobody can see you, right? You get dice, you get the nice mat, you get everything. And having played those types of like Kickstarter games, you know that you can't go cheap. You have to go the highest tier because you get the best experience. So if I'm willing to like help back it out if you guys want, because I really want to play this.
I'm down.
I'm down.
Okay, is it? How is it?
We had to buy one to help him out. Oh, we had to like.
Oh, so this is two higher tiers.
Yeah, there's 2 tiers only, right?
Okay, so the highest one gets all of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, that's okay. That's a target. I'm like, wow, that's just $1 million, boys.
And as of this afternoon, and this is backed up already. So
yo,
like,
that's a lot of pieces.
So it already made it. It's going to be produced. So if you want to grab one, now is the time to just go ahead and put your pre-order, because it's going to definitely come out. And once it does, they promise that it's going to be like the shit.
Yeah, because the thing is that if you take a look at the tiers, right? One of the tiers that they're giving you is the quest book by Stephen Baker. And if you don't know who Stephen Baker is, Stephen Baker created the original Hero Quest in the 90s.
Damn.
So they brought him back to create a story.
Yep.
Can I get on that thing? Get on it right now.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, if we can make a commitment to play this, yo, I mean, I'm down.
I mean, we what is it gonna be 150? If we all split it, it's not gonna be much. So
that's what I'm saying.
I'm down to play it.
Yeah, like if our tabletop group hadn't disbanded after, it's like then, man, I know that I know that we would have gotten it for sure.
Oh, by the way, guys,
It's like $25, like $20.
It's like $21 for each person.
25 is not bad.
Yeah, 25 per
Okay.
person.
You guys I'll Venmo you the $25, and you can just put it in.
Wait, 25 goes into 157 times?
No, tax. We have to include tax.
Oh, I always fucking forget that shit.
Yeah.
But
Yo, speaking of Left 4 Dead, that's just $2, boys. Go get that.
Left 4 Dead 2?
No,
Yeah, on Steam.
I already have it, dog. I bought
Oh,
it.
you do?
Yeah.
He bought it for 50. You know how he is.
I'm buying it right now for $2.
Bro, you know what's $2? FIFA 2020.
I don't care about FIFA, alright?
So we have until November 26th to hit up the game.
Yeah. So if you guys don't,
I'll just go on Steam and buy it for $2. Thanks.
I don't know if it includes shipping.
No. Wait, buy Among Us.
I don't think so.
It's $5.
Well,
I already bought it.
Like, let me know, because I have free shipping. All right. So moving on. We'll back it. We'll get the money together and we'll play it. That's how we're gonna celebrate no more COVID, or at least the vaccine for COVID. Anyways, so then the next thing they revealed was the next HasLab project, okay, which is the big ticket items, right? And this is going to be the Razor's Crest, which is Mando's ship, okay? So I will not be backing this. The Star Wars, even though I do have Mando here, right?
The
carbonized version.
What don't you have now?
I don't really collect the Star Wars Black Series. I think the only things I got Mando, and I got this guy.
Who's that?
The
the
armor trooper. So not trooper, the armor Mandalorian guy.
Mandalorian.
So it looks freaking dope. It's going to be huge. It's a huge ship, but then it's for people who like
350.
I can't fit that shit anywhere. I can't excuse having it, right? It's beautiful. It has all these little details, right? It has working cabin. It has a carbonite freezing station, opening doors and cargo holds, and like Baby Yoda's little crib in there. And it brings a Mando as well. with a cloth case.
Andres, go get it.
They want you to pay $349 for this. $350.
Almost double. Doubling a little bit more than the game, the board game.
Yeah, they're so lazy. They don't want to even paint it. Look.
So this, I'm just gonna say, if you guys want it, again, it's a good piece. It will resell absolutely well. You know that price is gonna double essentially after it comes out. But for Star Wars ships, the market, it's a little narrow. Not as many people are buying those big starships because there's no space for it. Okay, so this one, I wish it the best. I'm gonna pass on this, but
Andres will pick it up. Don't worry, he got it.
No, I'm good.
You gonna pick it up, put that shit in his garage? Like, well, look what I got. I got that shit parked.
Not even. Chewy actually bought the Lego set of that.
Oh,
Legos,
he already
Legos
has.
well.
Yeah, actually, he got the whole ship and it's big. He already constructed the whole thing.
Oh wait, is it life size? Like car size?
It's the size of this. It's 7-inch scale. So like, picture like this guy right here.
Ray, did you actually just say if this was life size?
Yeah.
Why,
So like,
why would $350 be life size?
Shit, man, they're cardboard, bro.
think about it. Just think about it. Like, if this is Stan Lee, right, dude, the ship must be like this big. It's crazy. But then again, right, it's small market for it, but it's a cool idea, right? The other thing they showed, and this was fucking hilarious because I am not gonna miss an opportunity to shit on this fucking game. Right? Because this game is fucking garbage. So today they're like,
game, bro. Let's go.
so they're like, the moment I saw this, I was like, yes, another opportunity to shit on this fucking game. So they showed up this toys, right? The ones that are on top. And they're like, oh yeah, like we're gonna give you stealth cap. And the feature for this, and mind you, they already released the one with the blue suit, so they want you to buy the same fucking figure again. Why? Because the suit is black now, right? And you get a photo real head sculpt, right? So now they're doing photo real head sculpt of this ugly ass models. So they're like, oh yeah, you see that Tony Stark? We're gonna scan that face and put it in an action figure because that's how Tony Stark looks.
It's not even accurate.
It's actually really, really scary. Yo, these toys look scarier than the game.
I know, dude. Anything this game touches is trash. So like, look at this head sculpt. Oh my god, like that's not Captain America. And not a single comic will you find that Captain America looks like this.
It doesn't even look like the Captain America in that game.
There you have it, bro.
There you have it, man. Like, honestly, like when they announced this, I was just like,
Andres, get the action figures, bro. It's one time.
I'm good.
Your
Actually,
favorite game, bro?
even if you look at the Tony Stark, it doesn't even look like the Tony Stark in the game either.
Yeah, like, what the hell are you doing for real tech on this? It's
Right.
terrible.
Where are you getting these photos from?
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? It's so.
You know what's crazy? All they had to do was 3D print it. They had the models
Right?
already.
The whole idea, like the whole ploy of like, oh yeah, this is 3D printed. I'm like, dude, seriously? Like at this point, you're just saying shit. Like there's a purpose for 3D printing, right? Or like face scanning. Like you have Jeff Goldblum, right? This actually looks like Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, it does.
Right. Yeah.
So like, it has a purpose, and if done right, things look okay, right? Like you got Stan over here too. Like this old man looks okay, but like this looks terrible, man. I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
All right, and Eternals on the news. See, movies may have stopped, but the toy industry just has not. And the thing is that a couple of weeks back, somebody went to a Walgreens and found this figure on the pegs.
Oh my god.
Okay. And it was just like, what the fuck?
That's
So little by little, like there's warehouses out there that are full of merchandise for the next Marvel movies, like Vision, the shows, Falcon and Winter Soldiers, and they are filling up because they can't keep them in the same space because they're Marvel is like, okay, just wait until the movie release.
Yeah,
wait until 2022.
When I worked for Target, like we would get like DVDs, toys, all that kind of stuff, like 4 or 5 months before they came out. Like they'd just be sitting there for months, and then we were like, well, we can't put them out till street date. Can't put them out till street date, and then you put them out, and then everyone like rush to it, or they'll say, hey, you have it. Can you like just sell me one right now? I'm like, yeah, you're right, we have it, but the cash register won't let me sell it to you right now. So
yeah, it will get marketed as $0 or error,
or it'll just put on the screen like, oh, can't sell until XYZ.
Mm-hmm.
So just that's how it goes.
So what happens is that now there's going to be leaks as far as what the plot of the movie is based on the toys that are being released, because all these toys are going to be released no matter what, right? Like for instance, Black Widow, Taskmaster, everybody knew how he looked, who he was, because the toy was already announced. And when they finally released it, they're like, oh yeah, we know. So it's kind of sucky. And we're supposed to get a trailer for this shit pretty soon too, supposedly.
Yeah. I mean, no. Whatever. The movies don't matter. It's not like Marvel. What about DC?
Yeah.
Who cares?
DC is gonna carry.
One of them has to carry DC for now.
Nah.
Yeah,
wait. They delayed that one too?
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
Until next
Christmas.
year?
No, Christmas.
Oh, just
No.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's 31st.
Yeah, it's gonna get delayed again for sure.
Yeah, I mean, China says they're this close to a vaccine and they for sure know it's safe, but we'll see.
People are already getting vaccines in Mexico. If I were you, go. Yeah, I know. That's why. If I were you, just go.
But we don't know. If
let's go to TJ's and get injected.
That's cool.
That's cool.
In Tijuana, they've had the vaccine 2 months ago.
But people in Texas are already vaccinated. Right?
No, they had the vaccine since 2018.
Now people in Texas already get it. I'm just getting it. I'm not gonna wait until the United States.
That's fucked up. That's what they're trying to build a wall so they don't bring the vaccine over here.
Fuck! Now there's no more narcotics. It's all about fucking the vaccines.
Yeah, from what I heard, they said Johnson & Johnson had the best vaccine because it didn't need to be refrigerated.
Watch.
And they didn't have that
the U.S. version is gonna be like the shittiest one on the market.
No, like right now, there's a lot of we're gonna move to a point where you're gonna have COVID-19 tests that are like pregnancy tests. You can buy over the counter and you can test at home, get the result really quickly, and just move on.
Imagine peeing in this just so you can see if you got COVID.
Have you guys ever gotten COVID tested?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so Josh, you know how deep the freaking probe goes up your nose, right?
Man, that shit's uncomfortable as hell, man.
Yeah, man, that thing is.
It's pretty much half the cotton swab up your fucking nose, yo.
Yeah. Yeah, so like it goes like up to here.
I don't know what to say to that.
Yeah.
No, you don't say anything because we need to ignore Ray like that. Ray, you were at a high when you said the Mexico stuff. That was funny. All right. I don't think there's anything else. Well, it's 10:54, Ray. We usually end at 11.
It's over. Yo, that underrated shit. Yo, it's a wrap for that new game.
Yeah. I'm not doing that anymore.
It's too long.
No, I think that's so. Like,
it should be left.
Let me give you the short version of it since we have a few minutes, right? Underrated animated movies. We all know this, right, Kenneth?
Yep.
Okay. Underrated tabletop games. we are essentially back. We're gonna back a new one. So like,
yeah.
yeah. So this
For
is
sure,
that.
that's canon for sure.
Hey,
But the
card TCG is a tabletop, so technically they're not that under it.
yeah. Yeah, unless you play Yu-Gi-Oh, in which case you can play it just about anywhere in the fucking ground, in the grass,
in the police station.
Dude.
We can skip this Bulbasaur bullshit. Move along.
Okay.
It's underrated.
Underrated.
More like overrated.
Man,
We are not
overrated.
we're not
underrated. Underrated.
Yeah, which Latin American
And then everybody knows how Ruben loves this game more than anyone else in the world.
Yeah, it's like I said. If you take a look at what Ruben put on this list, all of it is useless.
Wow.
All of it is useless. Like, it's no point to talk about any of this stuff.
Yeah, I put Cyclops because I do feel that he's underrated because he's a really good character. But
isn't his eyes the lasers from his eyes coming from a different dimension?
Yes, the punch dimension.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, most people don't know that. They just think that he's shooting lights out of his face.
I thought it was just DJ's shooting lasers out of his eyes.
His eyes are actually portals into another dimension.
Yeah.
Which is fucking stupid, but okay.
Those
lasers are very strong.
Yeah. I put parrots. Parrots are underrated. You see them around. You see them flying. You hear them all around, but you don't know the evolutionary marvel that these guys are.
In the Latino culture.
Oh, I know it because every time I pass by the fucking parrot in the house, she calls me fat.
See? I'm talking about.
Look. All you need to know about parrots is that they speak human words, and that in itself is expressive.
No, I'm not talking about the parrots that you keep at home. I'm talking about the ones who live in the wild here in Los Angeles. There's a shit ton of species out there who they're not supposed to be here. FYI, like we used to have one parrot that was native to California, the Carolina parakeet, but it went extinct, right? But because people love having parrots as fucking pets, and it's illegal, right, to bring them over here, when they get busted, everybody's like, "Oh shit, let me release all these parrots," right? And then they make colonies.
Parrots are illegal in the States.
It's to export them from everywhere else,
country to another.
Oh, from exotic pets, yeah.
Yeah. So like people bring them from there's a huge traffic for eggs, etc. They bring them from anywhere South America. They bring them from Asia, etc. Yeah. If the parrot is bred here, in captivity for the purpose of sale, it's okay. Certain species, not all, but the ones that are living out, they have managed to find one another because they are so vocal. Okay, they form colonies, and they have evolved in this landscape that essentially it's not theirs. But the reason they are successful is because all the vegetation that we plant is very similar to what they have in their countries. Because people are like, "Oh man, I want to have this fucking tree in my house because I used to have it back in the day in that other country that I used to live in." Okay, so it's really cool.
So we're making micro habitats for all these animals.
Indeed. So these guys actually thrive in a lot of plants that were introduced to the United States. So,
well, guys, GG, it was a good run. I was just like to say, human beings, we got what over a couple. We got a few million years in, right? We got this far. Climate change is gonna happen.
Yeah. So I absolutely love parrots, and I love studying them on the wild. They're amazing. And let's see, Ray. Speaking about underrated, Ray put FIFA Street.
Yo, bro. How is that underrated, my guy? It sold millions of copies.
Yeah, I don't know how that's underrated.
And we've been talking about it for the past 5 podcasts in a row.
Right.
Anything that's about soccer is not underrated in this planet.
So Marvel Strikers is not underrated.
Clearly not.
And then Ruben says that this guy is underrated. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly, man. Look at that, man. He has an entire spider colony on his head. Of course, he's underrated.
For 2-year contract, yeah.
Look, that
was in 2011. That's the problem.
Look, you want to know why he's not getting paid much? Because his hair is nappy. Okay, he needs to clean that up. Okay, he needs to get that up. Okay, once he combs it,
he doesn't get paid because he's in the Panthers, and Panthers are paid to lose. He's
not in the Panthers. He's in the Patriots now. He's the Patriots now.
Patriots overrated.
No, I didn't die. Yeah, so Panthers like paid to lose. That's all. Let's see.
Panthers made a mistake.
Let's see. Ray put the World Cup again. Soccer is not underrated.
How many times? How is the World Cup underrated? Okay.
Don't tell me, tell Ray.
Who came up with this? Do people know what words mean?
Who put this? Who put the World Cup is underrated?
No, I didn't put the World Cup.
No, you did, Ray. I have the text to prove it. You said that this particular, World Cup was underrated, and I'm like, what the fuck?
We're talking about the most popular sport in the world, played in over 200 countries. All right? What about this is underrated?
I said underrated. I said overrated.
No, I think you said it to piss me off. I think you said it to piss me off.
Well, that's also underrated.
Because Ray knows that I hate the fact that Netherlands lost against bullshit ass Spain.
Yeah,
I think that's why he said it.
I didn't say it, but I guess
I'm okay at being underrated.
What else?
All right, then Andres give me this.
This is Andres for sure. This is hella overrated.
Really? I don't
But don't picture it. Goblin Slayer.
The first episode was amazing. After that, it was a bait. It was just a bait.
I mean, to me, it was there was some episodes where it was like, all right, but then it would pick up towards the end of it as well.
What was those episodes? Would they happen to have the Sword Maiden in them?
Sword Maiden, the blind chick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder why they picked up Audra. It's not had nothing to do with the Sword Maiden.
No, but it was also the story too.
Look, the manga is much better than the anime.
So actually,
right.
This panel actually looks interesting because if you guys don't know, he's completely racist against goblins, and so it's like the fact that they're seeing him as a monster that's just like, yo, fuck all the goblins, kill them no matter what. That seems pretty cool. But in the first episode,
they killed the parents, they raped the woman. So
no, but I'm that serious. In the first episode, you had like 3 chicks, right, go into this cave. One of them got raped, on camera. One of them was like pissing their plants, and they got murdered. That was the first episode. Immediately after that, you like barely saw that ever again. I'm just like, this is a bait. This is
you get that entailed again towards flashbacks with his sister.
Yeah, the flashbacks. Sister, yeah.
And then you get that like also entailed with the Sword Maiden when she starts like telling her backstory.
Yeah.
You also get it when he talks about his master.
But what I'm saying is like in like that first episode, it was like blown up and everyone was talking about it. And then like after that season, like
that's never happened.
Everybody kind of forgot about it. It was just like, all right. That's why I feel like it was underrated. That's why I feel like it was underrated because towards the end it was good. And like the story with his sister and the Sword Maiden, like that was actually pretty good. And the way that it ended was pretty good. And people didn't really talk about like the ending of it. So like that's why I felt like it was underrated and like not well talked.
Because when that part came out, Attack on Titan was throwing straight heat. That's why.
Yeah,
you were gonna beat Attack on Titan.
Yeah, Attack on Titan was too powerful.
I put underrated the post office.
100%.
Yeah. Dude, the post office is people were complaining for the past like 3 weeks how the air was shit, how the fires and going outside you couldn't do it because it's like people were getting sick, pulmonary diseases, but the mail didn't stop. It
will slow down, but it didn't stop.
Yeah, those champs were out there breathing shit for air, delivering in hot California heat, delivering the mail, dude.
Yeah, but people really don't know how deep the post office goes. Like, you have people out there who's like, "Oh man, we could just get FedEx, UPS." I'm like, one, they charge you an arm and a leg, and then two, half the time, like for people who live out there, like really deep into the country, where it's like no like real roads, where like the roads are dirt and like it's just giant farmland. Those companies hand off their packages to the post office to deliver it to those places.
Yes, like you never realize do people realize that the post office has essentially done something that would be impossible? Like if you think about it, you're like, oh, this is impossible. But they have essentially devised a system to reliably get shit to you no matter where you are.
For a profit.
That is crazy.
Because remember, the post office takes no government money.
Yep.
So I used to think the post office was government.
It's controlled by the government.
Yeah,
they just don't get paid by the government.
Yeah, okay. It's a fact. Like, and that's the problem, right? That's the whole issue. That the fact that they're essentially working for a profit, they're a federal entity that doesn't get support from the federal government, which is fucking crazy.
But the government makes the rules, and I actually made a video about this on Political Peasants. That
they made him pay.
The post office has to do something that no other company has to do. They have to pay for retirement benefits 76 years into the future.
Damn.
For almost a century ahead of time. They have to pay for employees they don't even have yet. It's impossible. They went from going, I think, $500 million in profit to minus, I think, $950 million.
All because of a single
George
law.
Bush. Yeah, all because of George Bush.
And now that you have like Trump's, I think, like some sort of nepotism going around, he's like the postmaster general.
Yeah, DeJoy.
Yeah, it's even worse.
Yeah, so DeJoy is pretty much destroying the post office on purpose. He actually removed mail sorting machines from all the swing states. So the swing states that decide the election, he started removing machines. That way it's harder to vote, but it's also harder for them to get their mail. So one of the side effects that's pissing people off and actually turning people away from Trump is that the people who needed the post office to get their medicine are not getting their medicine. So now a lot of the older people who are typically conservative are actually getting hurt by conservatives. And some of them are actually dying, which sucks.
Yeah. And earlier today, like this goes deep because Trump doesn't want people to vote, essentially. Right? Exactly. So in the news today, they were like, oh, Trump finally has something against mail-in voting. And they're like, oh, we found 7 ballots, right, that were dumped in the trash, and they were marked for Trump. And then, like, people in Loyola Mountain University, which is like the law school here in Cali, they're like, dude, number one, you're reporting what's on a ballot, which is supposed to be fucking confidential, right? And you blatantly said, like, oh, yeah, look, these people, they voted for Trump, and they threw it away. Like, dude, if anybody believes that those ballots were not planted, then don't talk to me.
Right.
I don't know. Like, that's too fishy for me.
100%. Like, so far, it's been by attacking the post office, they've been assaulting democracy.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. And it's sad because it is funny because a lot of people hate on the post office. It's like, if you knew how important the post office really was, because USPS also operates outside of the United States, right?
Yeah, it's international too.
Right. And so a lot of people don't understand, not only that, but it also connects to other countries' post office.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't know how important economically the post office is. It is one of the few ways we can actually have contact with Puerto Rico. So it's funny people attack it so often for being so shitty, but they never really think about how crucial it is and how big it is. It's actually the largest employer after Walmart.
True. And then the employment that they offer is actually good.
Yeah.
Right. And they are overworked too. Each and every post person, they are overworked. You know, they get paid overtime, sure, but like, dude, we have people waking up at 7 a.m. and coming home at 8 p.m.
Yeah, the average overtime for a post office worker is, I think, 20 hours a week?
Yep, about. Everyone has to pull in their weight. It's crazy. Yeah, it's a very underrated job. Okay, and then we finished something a little bit lighthearted. And Andre submitted this, and to be honest, I never knew that this came from a specific place.
What?
Ox cart art. So it actually originates in Costa Rica, and it's not just ox cart alone. I just don't see in such a rich like Latino diverse like community in LA. We don't see a lot of Central American art or even South American art to be just. You see a lot of Mexican art, and I just feel like when it comes to like Hispanic communities, like that excluding Mexicans, like you don't see art that's really really represents like us in totality. Like you don't see different kinds of art. And me, being raised within art classes and teaching art classes, and just learning about the different, whether it's Asian art, whether it's Chinese, whether it's Indian, whether it's African art. Like there's certain museums that are dedicated to that. And outside of like ancient history, where we're talking about like ancient civilizations that do come from like Central and South America, you don't see this art in museums either.
Yeah.
And so it's just like there's such a huge missing ethnic part of like our culture that isn't there. And so I just, in such a rich environment where in LA alone you have like a huge community of Latinos, like you don't see any of that. And I feel like that is really underrated, because it's, whether you go to LA, like even there's nothing that's really centralized, that you'll see like that typical art there. Like you see Mexican art a lot, but you don't see any of like Central American or even South American art.
Yeah, I mean, I'm agree with you on this one, because I actually did a dissertation on it before, which is that a lot of what happens is a lot in the United States anyway, because you have so many cultures that mix. A lot of the bigger cultures just kind of just conquer everything. If that makes sense.
Right.
But it's like, because Mexico is like a big country, so like it just becomes Latin America. Like whenever you talk about Latin America, it's just always Mexico. Even though there's like I think 50, 60 countries in Latin America, like it's all just Mexico.
Yeah, I mean, especially like where on different states, right? If you're in Cali and you're Latino, you're Mexican.
Right.
And if you're in Florida and you're Latino, you're Cuban. If you're in New York, you're Puerto Rican or Dominican. Yeah. Like it just depends where you are, right? And then so like, but even so, like you just don't see that art. Like when I hear about New York, I don't see Dominican art. Like, and I don't see it like the typical Dominican art. Like if I go to like Dominican Republic, I'll see that art there everywhere. But I won't see it on the subways, or I won't see it on like the walls. I don't see a huge a segmented area that's dedicated to that, right? I don't see Puerto Rican art. When was the last time you can tell me what Puerto Rican art is? Like,
and that's the problem, Anders. The fact that people don't know. Like for instance, when if I were to see this, right, I would have never known that it comes from Costa Rica, because I've never studied art from Costa Rica.
Costa Rica, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so like what happens is like you go and you're like, oh look, it looks beautiful, it looks nice. I wonder where it came from, and then your interest goes away and you just default it to Mexico. If you're in California, right? So I can recognize Salvadorian art, right? The type of Aztec culture, the Mayan culture that we have here is very different from the Aztec culture. Like our art, our tools, the way we interpret certain things, very, very different, right? But a lot of people can't. So when you see it in the street, it's something that's nice, and you just immediately put it on the shelf of like, oh, this is Hispanic culture. We'll just call it Mexico, because I don't know what anything else is.
Right. But it's not only that. It's because like I said, there's what 20 Latin American countries, right? But you also have to think about in the United States specifically, right? You also have to compete with the many different European cultures. You also have to compete with African American culture, right? And so it's like you have all these cultures that come in, and so like the largest ethnic groups, they are the ones who get, the
major value,
voice. Yeah, they're the ones who get the voice because they're the largest ethnic group. So you'll see like, oh, here's African American culture, here's Chinese, Japanese culture. You don't really see Korean like that. You don't really see, Costa Rican like that, Puerto Rican like that. You don't really see Guatemala like that. You don't really see El Salvador like that because they're just so small in comparison that like regular groups just eat them up. They're just like, okay, cool. It's like when you see, like if you say like, I don't know if you remember, but a couple of weeks ago, Joe Biden said like, Latinos was more diverse than African Americans. But it's because African Americans, like the American African Americans, eat up all the other African Americans. So even though you can have some that are Latino, Caribbean, or African, European, Asian, it's just that everyone is African American or American African.
Yeah,
the group is just so large.
Yeah, and the thing is, and it's large and small at the same time, right? Because the African nations are quite diverse. They're incredibly different. Like
there's more diversity on Africa than there is in the entire rest of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then like culturally, everything is so distinct. But then when he gets here, it kind of blends and
Yeah.
And part of it is also because a lot of people need to survive, right? So restaurants, for instance, like Chinese food restaurants, right? Most from the 90s on, they assume essentially the same menu, right? So you go to a Chinese restaurant and you get the same thing. Orange chicken, barbecue chicken, what's it called? Like broccoli beef. Like all of this, they have this fried rice or chow mein, blah, blah, blah. But it becomes like cookie cutter, just like one right after the other. They look the same, so people start to assume that that's all there is to it.
Right. But then on top of that, right? Then what happens is that becomes American Chinese. You see what I'm saying? And so now, if a Chinese person comes from China, right, that's just gonna be an American Chinese person instead of a Chinese, which is crazy.
Yeah. So there we have it. We have managed to end the podcast once again on an intellectual note. Leave it to episode 20 to do that again. How many more episodes do you think we'll do with this podcast? Just wondering.
If Ruben stops abandoning us.
All right, I've said what I have to say. Go ahead,
guys. It's been quite an interesting 2 hours and like 40 minutes. We have not completed the 3 hours that we do every week, but there you have it. We started a little bit late, and that's our bad, guys. But next time we will try to start on time. So, with that being said, any last comments you want to add?
We're not gonna try. We will start on time.
Yeah, and we will one day play Among Us.
We should play that. We should play that on like live.
Everyone should grab that game. It is literally $5.
It's $5 on Steam.
Yeah, we should.
Really
I told you.
I don't even know how to access Steam with my laptop.
You can. The thing is,
well, I thought you could play it. I thought you could play it on your phone.
Yeah, but it sucks.
Yo, Brian, a potato can play Among Us. Your computer can play Among Us.
Yeah. It's fun. Come back, it's fun.
It's fun.
But
it's like Secret Hitler.
It's like Secret Hitler.
Yeah,
you can play up to 10 people. There's 3 posters.
It's just an interactive Secret Hitler. That's pretty much it.
But in a game,
it's super fun.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's very simple. We'll send you a video.
Need 10 people. I was playing before.
Guys, comment down below if you guys want to see us play Among Us. We will try to do that next podcast.
We can do the next
podcast. I think we could start it or we could finish our podcast like that. Anyways, see you guys until next time. Peace. Good night.
Hold on. Remember, everybody, there's a stream tomorrow morning at 5, and it's all about Capcom.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the actual official, not us. Right?
Set your faces to disappointment.
In the morning? East time or Pacific time?
I gotta work in the morning, so
Japanese time.
Japanese.
I gotta work in the morning.
8 p.m. is over there.
8 a.m. in the morning over there, or 8 p.m.
5,
No,
5
8 p.m.
5 here.
5 p.m. here. Oh, you
5
probably say
a.m.
5 a.m. What the
here.
fuck?
5 a.m. here.
All right, so you heard address right here.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for that. If you're interested.
Go and go follow my YouTube channel. I've been uploading. Yeah,
And
Josh Camino. Thanks, man.
go follow Josh at that. He follows his Instagram. He's like uploading highlights when he's really. So yeah, there you go, guys. See you guys next week. Take care of each other. Peace.